Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And welcome to episode 37 of Coffee and Toys, guys. And yes, as you can see, we have a toy haul this week. What a change, right, guys? We went from having absolutely nothing to having a full table here for this week. Also, something slightly different about this week's episode. I am recording this on Thursday because I will be going to Star Wars Celebration on Saturday, and editing takes forever, so I decided to record on Thursday so that way I can have more time to edit and get it done before I go to Star Wars Celebration, because I have a full morning of clients on Friday. I still have to train myself, and then obviously I want to get to bed early and get up early for Star Wars Celebration. So I decided to go ahead and film on Thursday. That way I could still get out an episode for you guys and I don't have to skip this entire week. So talking about trying to get stuff done, I actually had to reschedule this week's Coffee and Toys live guest. So shout out and thank you to Rocco the Great once again for coming on last minute and helping me out. We will definitely talk more about that when we talk more in depth about Coffee and Toys Live in this week's episode. After Coffee and Toys Live, we will obviously go into this week's toy haul, talk a little bit of movies, and then of course talk this week's toy news. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and hit that bell notification icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. If you do enjoy this video or any other videos that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. With all of that out of the way, guys, once again, welcome to episode 37 of Coffee and Toys. And as you guys can see, like I said, we have a toy haul this week, but we will get into that. First off, let's obviously start off, as we always do, with Coffee and Toys Live. So this week's guest was supposed to be Go Figure Go. However, I had the opportunity to go and see an early screening of John Wick Chapter 4. So I had to ask Rocco the Great to come on very last minute, and he graciously came on, so shout out to him and thank you once again to him for coming on last minute. I had to change because Go Figure Go could not be available at an earlier time in the day. However, I did not get to see the movie. Unfortunately, as I was getting ready to go, I had a feeling to just check my email, and I did, and it's a good thing I did because I saved myself about a 40-minute drive and about a 20 to 30-mile drive, so gas and time and everything, because they decided to cancel the preview. So randomly, I just let me just check my email real quick, let me get the address, and when I did, there was a new email from them, and it was like, important, open immediately. So I opened it up, and it was like, unfortunately, we had to cancel this screening tonight, and we'll email you if it's rescheduled. So a whole number of things could have gone wrong. Maybe somebody got sick, something happened, or maybe in my mind I was thinking maybe Keanu Reeves wanted to be in the audience. He seems to be like that kind of an actor where he wants to be where the preview's at to kind of gauge the audience response, and maybe he couldn't make it that night. Maybe he had intended to come and he got stuck doing something else. That's just me thinking positively, and I was like, maybe I could have met Keanu Reeves. But that's just my thought process because, like I said, knowing him as an actor and the type of actor he is, he seems like the type to be more hands-on, especially when going for like previews, engaging audience response than most actors would be. And he's just a nice guy all around, and seems like he would like to meet some fans. I got a chance to see an early screening of his movie. But like I said, that's just me thinking positively. I have absolutely no facts or anything to state that was 100% true, that he was going to show up or anything. But yeah, so unfortunately I had to reschedule Go Figure Go for the preview screening, and then the preview screening got canceled. But I still had a great conversation with Rocco the Great, and we had a great conversation about his own toy line, System Island, Goose Faba, Fat Cap Joe, which is getting a restock in 2 weeks, guys. So stay tuned to the end of this episode where the live interview will be at the end, and you get all the great information about that. And we talk about so much more, Mezco, Batman, and just toy collecting and life, and in general, just some great topics. So and some ones that definitely watch the beginning, because if you don't watch the beginning, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are they referring to and talking about later on in the conversation. So definitely watch the beginning. That's all I gotta say on that, because I want you guys to go and check out that interview because it was a great conversation. And yeah, awesome to have him back on the show again. And once again, thank you to Rocco the Great for coming on last minute. Thank you to GoFigGo for understanding I had to reschedule, and I apologize that I had to unfortunately reschedule for no apparent reason, because they ended up canceling the showing out of my control. I had full intentions of going. Like I said, I was literally putting my shoes on, and I was like, you know what, let me map it to see the traffic, and I had to get the address for my email. So I opened up my email, and that's when I saw the open immediately and the cancellation email. So anyways, guys, I usually write my list of upcoming guests right here, but I kind of forgot. But I think next week's the first week of June, which I will actually be having a guest return to the show, the Toy Page. We will definitely be talking some Mezco. Super excited to talk to him. He was the first person that I spoke to live on Instagram, and kind of inspired me to do live shows on Instagram. And so I'm really looking forward to having him on the show once again, because like I said, he was my first guest technically, but that was before it was Coffee and Toys, or Coffee and Toys Live. So it'll be fun to have him under the Coffee and Toys Live banner finally. So looking forward to that conversation. The week after that, I believe I will be talking to Parts May Vary. And then the week after that, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I can't remember after that. So I'll just go ahead and post a schedule on my story sometime after this goes up, and that way you guys can all see. So yeah, guys, a lot of great, fun, exciting stuff to come for Coffee and Toys Live. A lot of fun and great, exciting stuff already has happened. If you haven't seen any of the previous interviews, go back and check them out, guys. I've spoken to Work More or Less. I've spoken to 1/6 Shooter, Jason B. Michael. I've spoken to Zach Oath of Diamond Select. I've spoken to the Loyal Subjects. I've spoken to a great number of people, Rocco the Great, Joe from Real Shift. So go back and check previous episodes. They're all up on my Instagram. They're all on the end of each podcast as well. So yeah, be sure to check those out and look forward to the ones to come, guys, because I definitely am. So with that being said, why don't we talk about this week's toy haul? And I'm sure you can tell by the grin on my face, I'm happy, not just because it's a great toy haul, but because it's a Batman-centric toy haul. And that's why I'm wearing my Batman shirt here. I mean, we have one Star Wars guy right here in the form of the Droids Vintage Collection, Target exclusive, Boba Fett. However, it is mainly Batman centric. So why don't we get into this week's toy haul? So why don't we go ahead and start off with this thing right here. And this is the 4K Blu-ray and digital version of the Batman. And this thing is cool because the box in itself is just super cool. This image right here is just super cool. And then you open it up, and then you have Selena Kyle on the bike, and you have the 4K Blu-ray right here. So the back is all black. It had like a little cardboard piece that was attached to it that showed, like the back part of a Blu-ray or a DVD, but that came off. But it did also come with this awesome tin little, I guess, mini poster, I guess you would call. And so yeah, it's tin. It's actually like a metal. It's not even like paper or anything. Came with a little stand and everything. So this will actually probably be a staple on my podcast table now, because I really do like it. If there wasn't so much stuff on my table right here, I'd probably try to line it up so it lines up with my Robert Pattinson Batman shirt, so it looks like, a complete Batman. But I'm sure you guys can tell by this table by now, I absolutely fucking love that movie. I mean, we have something else from this week's toy haul that's related to it. We have the popcorn bucket from AMC, the other Mcfarland Batman statue, and then obviously this, and I'm making it all part of the podcast table. So obviously I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one right here, which is the Vintage Collection Droids Boba Fett. This guy is essentially just the Return of the Jedi one with a different paint sculpt. I really wish they would have given us a more cartoon accurate Boba Fett, even if it was just the helmet. Like, I wish they would have just sculpted the helmet a little more like the cartoon. For reference, I will post a picture next to this guy. Hopefully while I'm editing I remember to do that. As you can see, the helmet is slightly longer on the cartoon than it is on this regular Boba Fett right here. I don't know if the gun was in the way, sorry if it was. But as you can see, this is just a basic Vintage Collection Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, when they could have really gone above and beyond and given us a new Boba Fett head sculpt or helmet sculpt for this one in particular. I would have taken the same body, same coloring scheme and everything, just with a new elongated, Boba Fett helmet. I feel like that would have really made this figure. But as you guys probably know, I don't collect the vintage series, but I fucking love Boba Fett, and this was just such a unique version of Boba Fett that I had to go in on both the Black Series and also the Vintage Collection version, and I'm pretty damn happy that I did, because this guy, I fucking love the color scheme on this guy. I actually have two of the Star Wars Christmas celebration or Earth Day celebration Boba Fett's from back in the day when they were released. And funny enough, my first one, the reason I bought two was because the first one I took to show and tell at school, and the little visor that moves right here actually popped out, and I lost it. So I ironically had a Mando figure before anybody else, because he was essentially kind of like, he has a silver helmet and everything, and he didn't have the little visor thing right here. It was just like the straight T-bar helmet right here. So it looked literally like Mando. Once the Mandalorian came out, I was looking at the figure. I was like, wow, I technically had a Mando figure before Mando, because he even came with the staff that he comes with in that Star Wars special, which Mando's staff / rifle is based off of. So, looking back, I was like, that was pretty cool. Not that I would have predicted anything, but it was just pretty cool to think like, wow, I technically had a Mando figure before Mando was even a thing. So that's the reason why I bought a second one. It was because I was like OCD about it. I was like, I need that antenna visor. And so I remember buying a second one. Well, not just remembering, but I have the second one, and it has the antenna visor. So yeah, definitely had to pick this guy up because, like I said, love myself some Boba Fett, despite what Book of Boba did to my boy. We will not speak on that. But moving on, I guess we will talk about this guy right here, which is the Mcfarland Toys standard release, the Batman statue. This guy I have been waiting for quite some time. Amazon went ahead and canceled my order. First, they needed me to confirm my order. Then they went ahead and just straight up canceled it without even saying anything to me. So I did pay $10 over retail, but it showed up the very next day after I bought it, and I'm super happy that I did, because I've been wanting this one despite having the other one as well. These things are just beautiful in my opinion. So the review for him will be coming up this coming week. I did do a comparison video between the two. I don't know quite when that one will go up, most likely the following week, because after him, I will be posting the review for both my Two-Face and my Batman right here from Mezco, as well as my Vintage Collection Boba Fett. And I am also picking up one other figure on Saturday. That's why it's not currently here, so I'll be picking it up on Saturday. But that review will be going up on next week as well. So that's why the comparison video for these guys may come not this coming week, but the following week. So yeah, super happy to finally have this guy. Is just finding space for him because my Batman section is totally full. By the way, talking about my Batman section, guys, I finally completed cleaning my room. I finally completed reorganizing stuff, making space, moving stuff around. So all I have to do now is film the actual B-roll footage of, showing you guys my collection, and then the intro to me showing you guys the new collection layout, and then the outro thanking you guys, and then I can put the video up. So I'm hoping to maybe do that next week, but we'll see how things go. I've been getting really busy. I'm getting closer and closer to the show that I'm helping promote for bodybuilding, so we are getting busier and busier with that. I'm picking up more and more clients as summer is approaching rapidly. So I am trying to get as much done for you guys as possible, and so hopefully stuff gets done as planned. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and move on to, well, let's be honest, my favorite new piece of this week's toy haul, and that is the brand new Mezco exclusive 2-pack Two-Face and Batman. These guys, man, I don't know what the fuck people's problems were when they showed these guys off, because these are fan-fucking-tastic figures, guys. These guys are amazing figures that I instantly fell in love with and are instantly some of my favorite Mezcos. Even this Batman, as bright blue as it is, it's one of my favorite Batman figures. And I love this version of Batman. Like, if you look at my Batman collection, I have quite a number of, well, obviously Dark Knight Returns versions, but also this blue and light gray kind of look of Batman. So this is actually my favorite iteration of Batman, like in the comics, the way his costume looks with the gray and the blue. I like how they came back and revisited it in the 90s but more, dark and gritty and not so, campy and stuff, but they still kept those colors. I absolutely love that color scheme on Batman. As much as I love the all black or the black and dark charcoal gray or gunmetal gray, this is just such iconic for Batman. And then Two-Face just looks so classic and retro. It's just amazing. Yes, he didn't come with any guns, and I'm really fucking hoping that Discovery changes that now that they've taken over Warner Brothers and now that they want to make money off of their investments. I feel like the smart thing for them to do would be to go back and, say, okay, it doesn't matter, just put the weapons in. Maybe not even for the smaller figures, for 3.75 inch for the kids, but if it's aimed at a collector or an adult collector, I feel like it should be allowed to have weapons. But that's just me. But yeah, so this is a 2-pack. However, during my interview with Rocco the Great this week, he did happen to mention something that makes quite a lot of sense. I feel like, or he feels like, I should say, but he's got me to, determine and think this as well, that this was supposed to be a single release of Two-Face, because as you can see, there's a big box right here, and normally when Mezco does 2-packs and stuff, they'll put everything in one giant box like this and just have the trays in there. However, this time there are 2 separate boxes. Although, to be fair, I think this is my first Mezco 2-pack, so I can't really confirm that 100%. I don't know if the Black Mask and the Batman 2-pack came like this, but the reasoning he said that he feels like it should have been a single release, but then they chose to group them together, is because the Two-Face was stripped of his guns and weapons, whereas the original regular release of Two-Face came with a bunch of guns and weapons, but this one could not, because it came after that policy of no guns with DC figures and stuff. So that's why they had to group him with Batman, because they knew he wasn't going to sell by himself, without all those weapons and stuff, which is why they also released, alongside with this set, the Double Trouble accessory expansion set, which I did get, but I absolutely love Two-Face in this pose right here, so I don't know if I'm going to be posing him with 2 guns in his hand or just like this, because I absolutely love the way he looks just like that. So yeah, either way, I'm super happy and glad to have him, and we will definitely be talking some more Mezco news. Man, my wallet is hurting recently because of Mezco, but we will definitely get into more of that when we talk this week's toy news, because like I said, we have some Mezco news. So here is the Batman, and like I said, oh my god, this guy. Ooh, I don't know what people's issues were with him, because he is fucking amazing. Now, I will say, mine does come with a few of these stitch issues right here on the thighs, which I'm kind of afraid are going to eventually tear. But I'm going to be super gentle and careful when I am moving his legs around to hopefully prevent that. But as you can see, the cape holds beautifully with all the wires. It is a beautiful pleather, thick, and I love how it's a lighter color on the inside and really dark on the outside. He comes with 4 or 5 heads, actually 1, 2, 3, 4 Batman extra heads, plus the one he comes with, and a Bruce Wayne head, and a whole lot of accessories. He comes with way more accessories than Two-Face, which is why it makes sense that they would have grouped Two-Face with him, seeing that they had to strip away all those gun accessories for him. Because I'm sure that had they not stripped away those guns from Two-Face, he could have held up as a single release. But I'm glad they came as a 2-pack, because now we have them both together. We could take some really cool pics of them together, and we don't have to wait. So, super cool. Awesome. It's always a great week when we get new Mezcos, and next week we'll have another new Mezco here on the table. Like I said, I am going to be picking that up on Saturday, so I don't have it currently, but it gives us something to put on the table. So I will be going to Star Wars Celebration on Saturday, as I mentioned in the intro, which is why I'm filming on Thursday if you happen to skip the intro. Boo you, by the way. Go back, watch the intro. I don't know why you didn't. I'm just kidding. But I will be going to Star Wars Celebration on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be picking anything up. We'll see. We'll see if there's anything for me there. If I find anything of interest. I'm not really sure what to expect. This is my first Star Wars Celebration, so I'm just really looking forward to it and seeing what it's all about and stuff. So super excited about that. Like I said, we'll definitely have a new Mezco here on the table next week. And who knows, whatever else I pick up from Star Wars Celebration as well. So the reviews for all of this stuff on the table will be up later this week. Like I said, the comparison video for these guys will be up most likely the following week after next. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and talk some movies? Like I said, I was supposed to go see John Wick Chapter 4, and I was going to just give you guys a thumbs up or a thumbs down because I did sign an NDA, so I wouldn't have been able to give you guys any specifics or anything, but I could have at least given you, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But like I said, it got canceled last minute as I was literally putting my shoes on. Like I said, though, I'm happy that I found out while I was still here at home than if I would have driven to the theater and they would have been like, yeah, you should have checked your email. And I would have been like, shit. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about another movie that you guys are probably going to be like, really? But Chip and Dale on Disney Plus was a great movie. I highly recommend you checking it out. So many great Easter eggs and cameos from so many beloved properties. And the storyline is great. The jokes are awesome. It doesn't feel too aimed at children and trends and all this stuff. It does everything well. It feels like it's going to hold up and be a good movie and comedy for a number of years to come. You're not going to have to be like, oh, well, this is kind of dated. You can tell what year it came out. It looks like it's going to be a good film to watch even 10, 20 years down the line. It was just a very fun, enjoyable film. If you haven't checked it out already, I highly recommend you checking it out. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say on that. I talked about Star Wars Celebration going there, so I think I'm going to try and film some content for you guys going to Star Wars Celebration, which is another reason why I am filming this today on Thursday, because I need to clear my phone out and make some space, because then that way I can delete the footage of this once it's uploaded and don't have to worry about it, and I can focus on filming and enjoying Star Wars Celebration, and then after that coming back, cutting footage and editing and all the fun stuff that comes with creating content. So with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and talk this week's toy news. But first, thank you so much to V-Rare Store for helping sponsor this video. Check them out at vrarestore.com for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. V-Rare Store, check them out. So let's go ahead and start off with my favorite toy company, as always, Mezco Toys, guys. So I believe about a week or two ago, no, it's more about 2 weeks ago, I don't remember talking about, or did we talk about this last week? No, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. Either way, previously on Mezco, they did announce and solicit pre-orders for the comic style Spider-Man. And in it, they showed off a few teases of a few Spider-Man villains to come. The first one was Green Goblin, and the second one was Doc Ock. Well, guys, this week they said there ain't no rest for the wicked in terms of your wallet, and they put up orders for the Green Goblin. My God, can they give us a break? But at the same time, can you keep it coming? I saw that Doc Ock tease. Just fuck it. My wallet's already bleeding out. Just give it to us. Thankfully, though, the release date is set for December of 2023. So you have plenty of time to save up that $112 to pay him off. So at least they're starting to give us some realistic timelines, although my friend Robert will probably still say, where's my Batman 89? He left that comment on the Spider-Man. He left that comment on Green Goblin. So I do feel for him. But I'm excited for Green Goblin. I'm excited for Spidey now. At this point, I have to get him because this Goblin looks fucking fantastic. And I'm going to have to get Doc Ock once they do solicit orders for him as well. So let me know down in the comments below, are you going to be picking up this Mezco Green Goblin? Are you going to be picking up the comic or classic Spider-Man now that the Green Goblin has been announced and solicited for orders? Because that's definitely what caught me and brought me in. It seems like this is the year of the retro for Mezco, because we got the retro pack of Batman and Two-Face, and now we're getting a retro Spider-Man and a retro Green Goblin, and soon a retro Doc Ock. So let me know down in the comments below, are you gonna be picking this up? Because fuck, I am. I definitely am gonna be picking this guy up, and I cannot fucking wait. So anyways, with that being said, why don't we go ahead and move on into our next bit of news, which is actually from this week's guest on Coffee and Toys Live, Rocco the Great. If you don't know, he went and decided to make his own toys. He had original ideas that he went and created into his own tangible, real toys that he has sold, and actually sold out of multiple waves. And the first one was Goose Faba, his original creation, his main guy. And the second one was Fat Cap Joe. He's also released a few unpainted heads and Skull Corp blasters, which were unpainted, so that way the customers can customize them whichever way they would like. But now he is doing a reissue, or a wave 2 of Fat Cap Joe. So if you're interested in any of his figures, if you missed out on Fat Cap Joe the first time, here's your chance to get him again. June 3rd, not this Friday. Well, if it was this Friday, it would have already passed. So this coming Friday, as of the posting of this video, he will have the restock at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check out his live show over on YouTube at Rocco the Great at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's when the live show starts. But the figures themselves will go live on his eBay store, which I believe he's going through now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on into our next bit of news. But first, thank you so much to Legend Footwear for helping sponsor this video. Check them out at legendfootwear.com and use code JesseM_LGND for 10% off your order. And thank you so much to Old School Labs for also helping support this channel. And check them out over on Amazon at Old School Labs and use code JesseM12 for 12% off your order. Now let's go ahead and talk some Mcfarland Toys news. Not too much, but just a little bit. They did announce their second figure in their Crime Syndicate Build-A-Figure Starro wave, and that is Superwoman. Now, she is coming very, very late. We were supposed to get the first figure in this wave, Ultraman, back in January of 2022, and on the back of the box, it actually had the dates for the last 3 figures, and it said /2022 for Superwoman, the second figure. And we are barely getting her now in essentially the 6th month of the year. I know it's still May, but next week is essentially the last 3 days of May. So as the posting of this video, there's like 2 or 3 days left of May. So yeah, we're essentially going to be getting her in June. So that's definitely going to be pushing back the other figures in the Build-A-Figure wave. So next up, let's go ahead and talk some NECA news, because they are having their Monster Mayhem month of May, where they are showing off new teases and reveals of monsters and all sorts of any kind of horror related topics or franchises that they have every single day of the month of May, because it is the halfway point to Halloween, if you didn't know, and also Monster May, so but San Diego Comic-Con is also rapidly approaching, and so this week they went ahead and took some time to show off some exclusives that they will be having at San Diego. The first one that they showed off is, of course, classic cartoon Ninja Turtles, Premonition of a Premutation, a 4-pack with human versions of Hamato Yoshi, if you don't know who that is, Splinter the Rat, it's his human form, Baxter Stockman, the Fly, before he turns into a fly, and Bebop and Rocksteady before they become mutated animals. So if that's your thing, you're going to have to head on down to San Diego Comic-Con, although they have not announced if they were going to make it available through their website. It seems like they may, because, you know, in the past few years, due to everything, they did release everything online, and they found great success. So I don't see why they wouldn't take some product to San Diego and make some product available online for everybody else. But we'll just have to wait and see. And the next thing that they did tease and show off was a new Predator figure. I have no idea from what movie. There was nothing but just Predator hashtag, monster hashtag. So just a quick tease of this Predator figure coming up very soon, apparently. So just this one image of this Predator figure, nothing else, nothing underneath. Just it said Pred Wednesday or Pred Thursday, whatever that day is that they do Predator stuff and tease and stuff like that. So if you know what movie this is from, let me know down in the comments below. And are you excited about this? Oh yeah, are you excited for the Crime Syndicate Superwoman? I meant to ask you guys about that. That's something I'm trying to do after every storyline now, is ask you guys down in the comments below, what do you think? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna pick up a figure? Are you not? Are you gonna pass? Rate a figure, you know? So let me know down in the comments below. Are you interested? I already asked about the Green Goblin. I know about that. Are you interested in Rocco the Great's toys? I mean, it's something new, it's something original, something not mass produced. So definitely check him out. Let me know down in the comments below, even if you just enjoy his work. And then let me know, are you going to be picking up the Superwoman for the Starro Build-A-Figure wave? I know I will be, but I'm going to be doing the same thing I did with Ultraman, taking the Build-A-Figure pieces out, throwing them up on OfferUp. So yeah, that's just me personally. I really want that Starro Build-A-Figure, but I'm not too keen on at least these 2 figures that have come out for this wave so far. We'll have to see what the last 3 are, and see if I even keep any of them, or if I just throw them all on OfferUp, or if they don't even sell on OfferUp, I guess just throw them away. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So anyways, guys, why don't we go ahead and talk about our next bit of news. But first, thank you so much to Raise Energy for helping sponsor this video. Check them out at raiseenergy.com for 10% off your order. Use code THEBAT. And thank you also to Man Sports Supplements for helping sponsor this video. Check them out at mansportsupplements.com and use code THEBAT for 10% off your order. So next up, let's go ahead and talk some Playmates Toys. So they did show off some images for 2 new 2-packs, of course, based around the Ninja Turtles. So recently we did get the Cobra Kai Ninja Turtle 2-packs. Well, now we are getting a Street Fighter and Ninja Turtle 2-pack. The first 2 to come out are going to be Leo and Mikey. So no word yet as to when Don and Raphael are going to come out, but these 2 are set to be releasing very soon. No other information on those, I believe, but just teases and images. They are the classic TMNT molds that you see in all Playmate 2-packs, just with a different color scheme. I'm probably going to pass on these myself because I'm just not a huge fan of those molds and sculpts that they keep reusing. And the paint, it looks good at certain points, but at other points it's kind of like a little overdone. So this is going to be an easy pass for me, much like the Cobra Kai 2-packs and just the regular TMNT 2-packs were for me in these past few months. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Are you interested in these? Are you a Street Fighter and Ninja Turtle fan, and that's why you want to pick these sets up? Let me know all about it in the comments below. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about our last bit of news. There's quite a bit of news, but also I feel like there's also not too much, especially from Diamond Select. I hadn't gotten any emails, but I feel like that's mainly because they are going to Star Wars Celebration as well, and they were going to wait to show off stuff then and there. So talking about Star Wars, the HasLab, guys. There's rumors going around. Now, this is posting Sunday. I am recording this on Thursday, so I don't know when this announcement is going to be made, or if it's going to be made from the time between when I record this and when I post it. But there are rumors that the newest Black Series HasLab is the third sister's lightsaber. Hasbro, if you just need money, if you just need interest-free loans, just tell us. Just tell us. You don't have to make these bullshit HasLabs to make these products that just should be in your main line. I mean, come on. The whole point of a HasLab is for you guys to go wild, to go crazy, to have a reason to ask us for a no-interest loan. Not to produce items that you know can just sell to the masses. Maybe this third sister's a little more, not so for the masses because it's strictly for the Kenobi series, and maybe that's why they think, well, the fans have to want it that much. Believe me, the fans aren't going to want it that much. Did you learn nothing from the Rancor? I seriously hope this is not true. However, it is looking more and more like it is. So we will have to wait and see for an official confirmation. We'll see if by the time this goes up, there is an official confirmation. If there is, we will definitely come back to this topic next week, and I will address it then. So keeping in line with the third sister, and this is why I think it is going to be the HasLab, because they announced like 3 versions of her: the Black Series, the Vintage Collection, and even a retro version of her. What is up with these retro figures that we never had as retro figures? You can't just put them in retro form and be like, oh, retro. I guess they can. They own the license and everything. So I'm just not going to buy into all that bullshit. But yeah, you get those. But the big one that a lot of people have been talking about this week is the brand new Jon Favreau Paz Vizsla figure. So much like the one with George Lucas as a stormtrooper and Dave Filoni as his character in Mandalorian. If you didn't know, Jon Favreau actually portrays and plays as Paz Vizsla in The Mandalorian. So his figure will be coming out at Star Wars Celebration. So if I see it, I may pick it up, I may not. I'm not too sure. My Mando shelf is pretty full. But like I've been saying constantly, this is the year of selective collecting, guys, because of prices and everything. And so I may not pick it up even if I see it and it's available, because it's not really a figure that I necessarily want or need. Is it a cool figure? Yes. But is it a necessity in terms of toy photography, in terms of really completing my collection? No. So we'll see. It'll be a judgment call. We'll see if we have bought anything else up to that point or not. But let me know down in the comments below. Would you want this figure, or is it an easy pass? So yeah, guys, with that being said, that essentially wraps up this week's toy news. Like I said, I am recording this on Thursday, so there's most likely more toy news coming out on Friday, Saturday, especially from Star Wars Celebration, so don't be surprised if I missed quite a bit. But if it's relevant and big enough, I will touch upon it next week. And like I said, I am going to try to get some content during Star Wars Celebration, so that way, you know, I can post, and hopefully it's a fun experience. I'm not going to 100% cosplay, but I am going to go as the buff Mando. So essentially I'm just going to go in a tank top and some joggers that are gray and stuff to kind of look like Beskar armor, and then just stick that bucket on my head and call it a day. So I'm very lazy when it comes to that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. I'm looking to have a great time. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully, like I said, I find some great stuff that I can have here on the table at the toy haul next week. Like I said, though, I'm not really looking for anything Star Wars. Maybe if I find an Echo there. But other than that, I don't think there's really much I'm looking for in terms of Star Wars. But who knows what I'll find there. So with that being said, guys, stay tuned for the interview with Rocco the Great coming up right now. But if you haven't already, follow me over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. I also have a more dedicated toy photography page called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. If you enjoy unboxings, check me out over on TikTok. That's where I do all my unboxings. And of course, subscribe to me here on YouTube at CoolFigurez. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Coffee and Toys. Now let's get into this week's Coffee and Toys Live. Welcome back to the CoolFigurez page. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. Welcome to episode 17 of Coffee and Toys Live, where I speak to a new guest every week about toys, toy collecting, toy photography, and so much more. This week, guys, I would like to welcome back Rocco the Great.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me again, man.
No, thank you, man. You saved me, because I actually had something to come up, and my scheduled guest for this week couldn't go on anytime earlier because they work a 9-to-5 job. So you saved me. So thank you so much, man.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, listen, I'm always live streaming, so I know what it's like when someone, you know, like you have something planned and then it's all like you're all by yourself. It's always easier to live stream with someone else than just go solo.
Exactly, man. And that's one thing I learned from you. I mean, you started solo, which is amazing. I mean, you know, you built up that audience, and then you started bringing people on, and it built you up even more and more and stuff. And like I said, I've been watching you for a while, so I've seen you grow, like I said, from doing your own live shows by yourself, keeping that intense energy for like hour to two and stuff. You know, that was impressive, man. And then, like you said, you started bringing in guests, and, you know, that's when you really started branching out and people started coming. And now it's you and Joe, man. And yeah, you guys had a great show the other day.
Yeah, I thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, me and Joe just have we just have this connection. I don't know, it just works. And even on his channel, you know, like we go Mondays on my channel and Fridays, and then Tuesdays on his channel, and he's just a natural, man. And you know, he just got thrown into the mix as well. Like I just sent him the link one day. All he did was comment on one of my videos, and I just said, hey, you're coming on with me. And he's like, all right. And then he just learned, and now his live streams are killing it. He's got all his own people in there now, and he's just taken off. So it's like, if you just do stuff enough, it's crazy. And I do want to get back to solo streams again, because it is too easy to have someone on. And I was doing like 2-3 hour streams by myself at one point, and I would like to get back there.
No, yeah, I remember those. Like I said, you know, when like the height of everything, when everybody was still at home, you were doing 2 to 3 hour ones every single day. Like I would just go on YouTube, and you'd be on for like hours on hours. I'd turn it on, watch you, go do something, come back, and you'd still be on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I found YouTube was definitely like, without it sounding corny, like my therapy. Like I was doing the live streams for me, not necessarily just to entertain people, which that was the goal, was to entertain people. But you know, the live streams were keeping me company, because everybody was stuck in the house. It was like, you know, it was a weird, tricky situation all around. And I feel like YouTube definitely saved me, because it gave me like a goal to just pump out videos every single day. and I just posted one right before we got on here.
I'll definitely check it out once we're done here because, yeah, I definitely had the same thing, when we were basically just stuck inside. It's like, well, I see all these people doing YouTube. I saw you having so much fun with it. I was like, you know what, why don't I try my hand at it? And yeah, you're right. It kept my mind busy, kept me busy doing stuff, pumping out a video each and every single day. And yeah, it was kind of like you said, therapy because, we were so isolated and we weren't really able to speak with too many people. Here was
Yeah.
a way for us to speak with other people socially in the safest
And
way during that time.
other people going through what we were going through too. So it was like they were looking for
Exactly.
something to do. We were looking for something to do. I really, though, the coof, I don't even say, because on YouTube, you're not allowed to say COVID. So
That's
I'm
why I've
so
been
used
avoid the
to,
word.
yeah. So like, it's just so weird how I feel like I turned one of the worst situations that ever happened to a lot of people. And I really just tried to, instead of being bummed out and dwelling in it, I tried to make the best out of it. And I feel like I definitely, I mean, look at my channel now. So if it's sad to say, and even Hun, my wife, she was in a situation that was very tricky in the beginning. And she also found a way to kind of use the pandemic, excuse my language. I don't know what Instagram lets you get away with, but use it. And some people just gave up and did nothing and got their government checks, which is, hey, whatever you got to do. But then like now that everything's open up, you're like behind. You got to like I didn't even take any checks. I didn't do any of that stuff. I stayed pumping through the whole thing. So though it was really weird, I feel like you could use that in any situation. You find the best way to use any situation, even if it's bad, good, whatever,
No, yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I think that's the way you have to look at life. So many people see life as burdens and problems and stuff instead of seeing the challenges that they can overcome if they just put their mind to things. Like you said, a lot of people chose to, do drinking challenges, stay at home challenges, and all this other stuff. But then there was also this other population that started their own business. They quit their job. They may have even been collecting those government paychecks, but at the same time, they were using that money to invest in their own small business.
Yeah, a
You
lot
know
of
what I
people
mean?
use that. I saw a lot of people were using those checks to buy Pokemon cards, and then they were flipping them and stuff. I
Uh-huh.
love people hustling. I love hustling.
Yeah.
Like I respect people who could work a 9 to 5, and the people who are out there making the world run, because I do stupid stuff. Like I know I never take what I do for granted. Like I make toys, I do YouTube videos, I do graphic design and art basically. And
hmm
there's people who have real jobs that are, and I never ever, I respect those people immensely, man, because it's just, I was in the flow and I got out of it because I just, my personality, if anyone knows me, I can't play well with others, as though I try, but I don't know.
No, I totally get that, man, because, I like you said, you have to respect the people that make the world go around. And, back in high school, I worked at IHOP.
Mm.
And after that experience, I was like, you know what? This is a very eye-opening experience. I know how hard these people work and great for them. But I know for a fact that I never want to come back to a situation like this. And I haven't worked at a
Yeah.
restaurant since. I opened up my own personal training business. I'm working with a bodybuilding show. Doing, YouTube now,
Mm.
and now actually officially a signed model here in LA now. So
Oh,
all these
great.
other different things.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. So, like you said, respect to those that can do the 9 to 5, but it's just not for everybody. Like you said, you can't always play well with others sometimes, especially when you see how things could be better, but then upper
Yeah.
management just isn't in the flow like you are.
Yeah.
So they don't see it and stuff. And it's just, yeah.
Yeah, and there's some people like that I met because I worked at Cold Stone, after Cold Stone, I said I never want to work another food job, right? So I went over to Christmas Tree Shop, then I went over to Target, and Target was my last official, like real job,
hmm
and that was it. And then that pushed me working there, and just the soul crushingness. It pushed me to push harder, and I had a clothing company at the time, that thankfully it was it became successful, so I was able
hmm
to quit Target. But working at Target pushed me to work even harder every day. And some people try to do their own stuff and it's not cut out for I know people in my personal life
hmm
that they tried to do their own thing and they actually prefer working in the thing, because you know what, when you do work a job, once you leave there, you can
You're done.
relax. And it's like, you know, though I like what I do, I never relax. When I wake up, I'm working. When I go to bed, I'm working. Even when in my dreams, I'm working. So I had a dream the other day. I was doing like working in my dreams, bro. What's going on? But I love it though. That's the thing. And not everybody see it. You know, all the guru people say this, but it really is true. If you don't love the process, you know, like, you know, I love posting videos on YouTube and making stuff and doing all this stuff. It's not like I just want to, you know, some people just want to be 1 million followers on YouTube, but they don't enjoy the process. Like the process is what is the different. Like if you don't like what you're doing every day, then you can't be doing it. Like you can't, you know, it's not for you. So some people don't get the results that they want right away, and then they give up because they're like, you know, I'm not successful. When it's like, not yet, you know, you got to keep going, and then one day it just takes off, or it doesn't. But
it's because now we're in the generation of instant gratification with the internet, man. Everybody wants to be a master or a genius at that thing because of the internet, because they read it all on the internet. They should immediately be able to do it and stuff. It's like, that's just not how the real world works at all. You know, like you said, you have to grind, you have to push, you have to be in it so much that it's in your dreams at some point.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, and like you said, you have to enjoy that process, being around it, because if not, then what's the point of even doing it? It's not like you're going to be making millions off YouTube revenue and stuff.
No,
you know?
Very select few people make it, you know? So that's my whole goal is, well, like when I started up on YouTube again, because I had a YouTube career like a decade ago, and then I just quit. And then I started it up with the pandemic, and it just, one of the toy hunt videos blew up. But I was happy making videos to like 200 views, to 100 people views. So, you know, a lot of people go, oh, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. How come my views don't have this much? And it's like, you shouldn't be looking at that. Like, yeah, obviously everyone wants to be flexing all the time. But a lot of times what that is, you're worried about what other people are going to think. You're like, oh, some people are going to see me and I ain't have it. You know, my video didn't do well and stuff. And it's like, who cares? Just, I always tell people, pump and go. You know, like when I post a video, I never look back. I just post it and I keep on going, because YouTube does whatever it wants. Same with you know, all the algorithms on everything now. It's like, once you post something, don't even look at it anymore. Just keep going, you know, because it's out of your hands. You can't control the algorithm. You don't know who YouTube's going to send it to. So, like,
oh yeah, I totally get that. Like you said, you know, some of the videos that I do, it's like, okay, it's just a video and they blow up. I personally love Mezcos, and when I do my Mezco reviews, I'm all into it. They're probably long as hell. They're my longest videos. I take so much time to edit them. And the thing is, there's so many other great Mezco reviewers like D Amazing and stuff, that my Mezco views are like very minimal, like maybe 100 to 200, whereas my other ones will maybe hit a 1K or 2K depending on, you know, what toy it is. But it's like, those are the ones I enjoy doing most, those the Mezco ones, even though they don't get the most views as, say, like, you know, a Star Wars Black Series.
You got to maybe switch up your thumbnails and titles. You know, I've been looking real, like now that I've been on YouTube and it's kind of taken off, I'm going real, like I'm trying to play the YouTube game. So a lot of people, they think, you know, you could just say you did a Batman movie review. You can't just title it Batman movie review. You got to be like, oh, this movie really got away with this, or something like that, to get people to click on it, you know, because even when I do toy reviews now, like you can't just do figure arts Goku. You have to be like, the prices are going up on figure arts, trash, or something like that, because someone will click on that, you know? I know what do I click on, right? When I go on my front page, I'm like, you're going to click on Batman review, or like Catwoman got away with saying this or something. All right, what's that about? Let me click on that. So me and Joe have been talking, because I started watching a lot of videos, and I'm always studying like big channels, you know, like Logan Paul and all these other, there's so many huge channels, and it's like, what do they do? And it's not about copying what they do. You just try to figure out, like, when they do a vlog, you know, maybe they go to like the mall. They don't call it like mall vlog. They call it like this lady slapped me in the dressing room because I was peeking or something like that. And then you want to be like, all right, what is he doing here? And maybe your thumbnail, instead of be like, Mezco's really failing in this way. And because like maybe you had one negative thing to say about it, and then that's what your video is about. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And Joe started doing. I sent Joe a bunch of videos, and he already saw like an instant
Uptake.
like yeah. And I've been working on my retention. So retention is really important on YouTube. Throw away if I don't know if you have like an intro and stuff like a video intro. Throw those away, and because
really.
In the beginning, you got to get right to the point right in the beginning and like keep the people, because like YouTube knows when people click off, they know when they click on, they know if they skip around. And once you get into analytics, it also could, it could like freak you out because you feel like you're like, oh, too many things to remember. But it is like in a balance, like it has worked with me getting my retention better. So like at the end, don't just trail off, like say goodbye and cut the video. You know what I mean? Don't like be like, all right guys, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video, click another video. Don't do all that. Like just be like, peace guys, and cut it off. So it's like it thinks that the people watched your whole video instead of like they left at the end.
That makes sense. And well, we have Sleeping Collectibles in the chat backing you up, and he's another good YouTuber as well. So he says you're speaking the truth, man.
Yeah, you gotta we're on YouTube. It's not about just telling it how it is. You gotta spice it up. You gotta just spice it up. And same thing in the news, right? Like the news always has like a sensational headline because they're trying to sell you on things. You know what I mean?
Then you stay up and it's like some bullshit story, and you're like, I stayed up for this shit.
Yeah. They're like, come back at 10. Pens are exploding, and it's like, what?
Yeah. It's like one isolated event. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, like I put my pen in the microwave and it blew up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Avoid doing this with your pen. That's
exactly.
That's how I titled it right there. There you go. So, but yeah, and I don't like, dude, your opinion on your Mezco figures is what people are going to come to your channel to see. So like, but you still post them, which I like that. A lot of people would be like, oh, I'm not going to post them anymore because of views. And I think that's really, never let views or followers or likes like dictate what you do and post. Because then it's like, what are you then? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But something I've also found is like sometimes I'll put a video up and it won't do well, but then all of a sudden I may go scrolling through my videos and all of a sudden I'll see it hit like 1,000 views, and it was like at 5 or 6 for like
sometimes
It's like,
yeah, I had a Fortnite toy review that did horrible when I first posted it, and it's one of my biggest toy reviews now. It has like 500K or something because it just takes, and it was like a year later. So when you that's why when you put it out there, it's not up to you anymore. Like you could promote it, but it's really up to when YouTube wants to show your video to somebody. So it's like people really are in their heads and they get all freaked out all the time. But yeah, and again, it's like, are you doing YouTube for the view? Not you, I'm saying in general, like people, are you doing YouTube for the views or are you doing it for fun? And it's, I everything on the internet right now I'm doing is purely for fun. I look at it like I'm playing Sims or something. I don't take anything really serious. So that's how you get through life, I feel like. Don't take things too serious or else you'll just freak yourself out. And people, no one wants to be around someone who's like stressed out.
Not just that, but stress is so bad for the body, man. It's like one of the biggest killers. People think like it's all this other stuff, but it's really stress.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, stress. I just started learning about like chakras and vibrations and stuff. You know about vibrations?
A little bit. I've heard some talk on it, but not too much.
So you're into health, right? Did you ever do butthole tanning?
What?
You didn't do the butthole tanning? You
don't
know about your health. You're into health, and you don't know about butthole tanning.
No.
So in Hollywood,
enlighten us all.
So in Hollywood, like the stars, they let it slip, right? They let it slip that they go into like the mountains and they like lift their legs up and they tan their buttholes because the sun never hits that area. So it like your body gets like a boost of testosterone. Your body gets like It heals stuff. It's like crazy. And I heard about that, right? And then my guy was stoned when he heard beehole tanning. Yeah, but dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man, it's I never did the butthole yet because I don't know like a position, but I have been fully nude tanning in my backyard, and I have neighbors too, and I don't care.
I was gonna say, I hope they don't have second-story houses.
Hey, listen, if you're looking in my backyard, this is my backyard. Don't be looking if you don't want to see anything. But I have been.
One sure way.
Yeah, so I've been on TikTok lately, and TikTok has some wild videos. And like this year, the guy reminded me. I saw this guy's video. He has like this whole thing. He's like a coach, and he's like, "Son your boys, son your boys." Like that's like his quote. So it's not like the butthole, because telling someone to spread their cheeks and tan their butthole is like, that's like a little too weird for people. But if you just tell a guy like, "Bro, make sure your balls get some sun," that's like a little bit more digestible.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as bad. It actually sounds like healthy and stuff, opposed to the butthole.
Look
tanning.
into
I
it.
was like, huh?
Because it raises your T levels and stuff, and you work out. So I'm sure you could use like extra testosterone to beast out in the gym. You know what I mean?
I do hate my neighbors, so if they happen to look over.
Hey, listen, they're looking. Who told them to look, right?
Right, keep your eyes over on your own property, guys.
Yeah, I don't look at your freaking dogs taking 1,000 poops. Like, leave me alone. Just trying to tan my boys, all right? All right, let's change the subject. But look into it for real, though. Look into it for real.
I will definitely. I'm interested in that.
It sounds silly, but I just took a shower, so my hair is wild, but whatever.
So, thank you again for coming on. No real agenda like the last time. I asked you a bunch of questions and whatnot, but this one's just going to be kind of one of your live streams, just cool, just chill, talk. But one topic I do want to get into is your Fat Cap Joe Restock, man. What's going on with that?
So thank you for bringing that up right after the butthole talking. No, I wouldn't have it any other way. So right here, you could actually see my assembly line of the Fat Cap Joes right there. And I got one in hand. This is my personal one. And I am super excited. So we did, every release I try to do a little bit extra, right? So his hoodie, a lot of work went into this hoodie. So he has 3 different colors. And this is high quality vinyl. This isn't like heat transfer. Like some people go to Michael's and they print out in their printer like a thing. No, this is real. Like we have the machine that cuts everything. And that's like one of my favorites. Got his tag is on his back right there. And then I'll say it here. I wanted this to be like kind of a secret, but this is the first wave of each figure will be signed on his butt. So you can see my RTG right there, because I wanted to like if you have that one, it's official. You know what I mean? Like this signature on the butt. Nobody should be taking pictures with their pants down. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to add a little bit of a thing there. Each wave I try to do a little bit differently, but I am so excited. I had the vision for this, and it actually turned out how I wanted. Sometimes, you have a vision and it doesn't turn out, and you kind of just have to play with it. But I'm very, very happy how he came out. I really like him. And we are going to be dropping him June 3rd on my live stream. So we start my live streams at 6 Eastern time, but we drop it at 7. So we'll have like a whole hour of promotion. And I'm also talking to a few toy websites that they're going to do some write-ups on him as well. So hopefully I love my repeat viewers and I love the toy community, but I would like to spread it out to more people. My whole goal now is because I love Goose Faba, I love Fat Cap Joe, I love my World System Island. I want as many people to know about it. Like, I'm not trying to be YouTube famous, like clout and all that stuff. Right now, my goal is I want everyone to know about Goose Faba, and I want everyone to love him. That's like my goal, and I'm having so much fun. I like to take little goals in life, and then you smash them. Is the best. Like that's the way to live. You know what I mean? But I'm just really excited, man. Fat Cap Joe. I've been playing with him nonstop. and I can't wait till other people have them.
No, that's great, man. And I think you can really get it out there because I think right now is really the time of like third party original idea figures. You know, I don't know if you've seen it, but that market is booming right now. So many people are coming in with so many unique, cool designs that aren't tied to any kind of licensing and anything.
It's so awesome. I say it all the time. Like, we're in the best time to be a toy collector. And I've been a toy collector for a little bit over a decade. And I've just seen it where it was only Marvel Legends at one point. It was like so boring. It was fun at the time because it was the only thing. But I always like, you know, I'm just a weird dude and I always got to do the thing that like someone else, like I get bored easy. So I'm like, I don't like just doing what everyone else is doing. So I loved Ashley. I'm looking at my DTOF. Ashley Wood with 3A figures was probably the biggest influence to me ever because one day when I first got their figures, now Ashley Wood is an artist and he made toys that aren't connected to anything, just his drawings. And to me as an artist, that spoke to me like so much. And I thought the figures were awesome. And he was the first person to do the clothing in 6-inch scale, but nobody was ready for it yet. So it wasn't so popular because they did the 12-inch figures, but then they had a line of the 6-inch figures. And people in the toy community used to be like, that's a doll. We don't want real clothes. And then now look at Mezco. And I remember people, I actually remember big names that are 360 now, but you know, people change, but it's just funny how they used to be like, bro, why are you playing with those dolls? Like my friends, you know, friends just busting balls. And now I'm like, all their videos are about Mezco and stuff. And that's cool. Listen, Mezco does it right. Mezco, I have a whole shelf down there. I got my Clockwork Orange. I have the Warriors. I love their movie figures because movies are what got me into. Ooh, what'd you get?
I don't know. I'm gonna do a live unboxing with you right now after we're done with System Island. We want to do it right now? No, let's or do you want to keep talking about System Island?
So what? We could do it all.
Okay. All right. Let's go. This is the package that I got right before I came on, man.
Yeah, listen, without Mezco making the clothing popular, I bet you people wouldn't have been ready for my figures. You know what I'm saying? So I love, you know, always respect the people that came before. So 3A, Mezco Toys, I love, dude, clothing on 6-inch figures is great.
All right, real quick, everybody in the chat, type your guess in the comments. What do you think I got? What do you think?
I don't even. Yeah, I'm not up to date with the pre-orders, so I don't know.
Let's see. I know what it is. I've been waiting for this, but let's see. Ooh, at least they packaged it really well.
Huh?
Ooh. You guys ready? Here we go.
Oh, that's a 2-pack, right? With the classic?
Yeah.
They took the guns out, right?
Yeah, but I actually found the set on OfferUp. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like kind of like a
Local,
eBay app.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. And I found it for like, I think retail without tax and everything from this guy that I bought before. And
wow.
So yeah, I got that and now I have this. So complete set. But yeah, here's the Batman. Here's the back with Two-Face.
Nice.
Side with Batman. Yeah, dude. I saw people getting these in hand. They were taking pictures. I was like, crap. But they were coming
That's
from
what
your
always
side of the
happens,
country.
dude. That's what always happens.
Yeah.
That's why if you're thinking about it, just pre-order it. Just buy it because you're gonna regret it.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool. So you have the bigger box right here, but then I guess they went ahead and did their own boxes for each character. So here's Batman's.
So that probably was going to be 2 separate releases, and then they probably thought no one would really want the Two-Face as much or something like that, right? Or like likely, maybe the added value, because you know you got to think like how they release stuff.
That's true, man. I can see that because I don't think the other Two-Face did that well. But I don't think it did that well. I was
gonna say I have them right there. I have the Mezco Two-Face, and you know what his whole thing was? He came with 1 million guns. So if you can't give him a gun, of course they're gonna bundle him with because think about it. That's just a normal figure. That's just a suited
No, interesting. Yeah. All right, let's see. Batman's right here. Always gotta be careful with these capes, man.
Is there a wire in that cape?
I believe so. Let me see. Yeah, there is.
Okay, yeah. Listen, a Batman figure needs a wired cape.
Look at that. And it holds well.
That's
Look at that.
wow, that is pretty good.
Oh, I'm going to have some fun with this guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see if I can get a little closer. A little classic action.
Looks good.
Damn, this is going to be a fun figure to play with. Damn, that's cool. I was even like wondering if I was going to keep it or not, but yeah, I'm definitely going to keep it.
Oh, yeah, keep it, and in a few years when it's worth like $600, then you flip it. That's how it goes.
Dude, that's the crazy thing about these Mezcos. Even if you open them and mess with them, like they're still worth crazy amounts of money like afterwards. I mean, they're worth more if you keep them in box, but even if you play with them and stuff, it's like, all right, let's check out Toothpaste.
Yeah, let's see. He's probably not a lot of stuff with him, right?
More hands, yeah. Batman had like 3 trays, and Two-Face has 2. Just the main one and the base. But I kind of dig this old school like Two-Face, you know, like the old purple and orange look.
Yeah, that looks much nicer than that other one.
Yeah, I feel like the other one's better in terms of like more realism and stuff, but this one is like, I feel like this one could just fit into like a Batman universe anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, like that doesn't even look retro. That kind of just looks like Two-Face. Like you could use that for modern or vintage.
Yeah, this thing is, yeah, I'm definitely keeping this guy.
Double jointed? Cool. Double jointed elbows?
No, it's a single. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. The knees are double jointed though.
Yeah. So it's like the old body, like the Joker body.
I think they used the old body. I think they just sculpted the new heads, you know, the more classic ones, and then the new soft goods.
That's how they save money.
Exactly. But this set was $120.
For both?
For both.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, because he's probably like a $40 figure as is. With the Batman's probably like an $80 figure. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the Batman, like I said, came with like 3 different trays.
I got my Mezco Gomez right here. Holiday Gomez.
Oh, you got Holiday Gomez? That's sick. I got him too. And then for Christmas, my girlfriend actually got me a replacement third-party like Hawaiian style shirt. So now he looks all vacation Gomez out.
Yeah, his coat really sold it to me. That like puffer jacket they gave him. I'm looking for a distributor to buy some coats from because I would like some System Island coats.
That would be cool. Would you make like unique ones, or would you make ones?
Yeah.
Like, kind of. Okay.
Yeah, I would have them like really cool with like fun designs on them, like crazy colors and everything.
That'd be cool. I mean, would you do like an accessory expansion pack with that, or would you just move that forward?
So I'm always trying to work things in, you know, because everything I get is kind of like I'm buying things at normal prices and I'm putting them together. So I'm always trying to make it like, we sold a blaster. That was my first accessory, and it did pretty well. So I'm open to other things. Like I have a prototype of a crate right here. Like that's a prototype. Cool, man. And I'm working on some other things. So it's all about like seeing what the market is, what people want, and just trying to work it so it fits and it works. So, you know, like we got hoodies with Fat Cap Joe. That was a lot of people like the hoodies, and we're just trying different things. So, but I do want coats. I really do want some coats. That'll be a lot of fun.
Nice. Toy Junkie says he got the 2-pack too. He's going to take some pics later tonight with him.
Yeah, man. He has a lot of Mezco figures.
He's like me then, man. I just finished cleaning my entire collection in room. Shit took me 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm trying to really downsize really like heavy.
See, I always think about that, and then I go through things, and I was like, while I was cleaning, I was like, I'm gonna get rid of some stuff, and I was cleaning, and I was like, I really like this, I really like this, I really like this. It's because I'm not one of those people that just collects to collect the full wave. You know, I'll only collect the figures that I actually want. So when it comes time to get rid of figures, I'm just like, I actually wanted these. It's not like I just bought them just to buy. So it becomes a bit more difficult.
Yeah, a lot of people just buy stuff. Like they just buy to buy, and they buy it. Like a lot of times people just buy stuff to be the first guy on Instagram or like on Facebook. And it's like, I mean, I guess if that's your flex, but Yeah, I like to play the waiting game. I do clearance. To me, it's like fun. You know, it's like a game. I got the Ultimate Kane. Everyone in my videos were like, "Wait, you want that figure? Why didn't you buy him?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna play. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. So I don't need him right now." I wound up getting like 3 Kanes for $15 each.
Oh,
Each.
yeah.
But instead of 35 in New Jersey, they were like 35. So
Oh,
that's pretty good, you know. So I'm happy with that. But just wait. If you don't need it right away, clearance that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. See, I don't think the same rules apply in LA though, man, because our
Yeah.
clearance is never as good as the one I see on yours or any other YouTubers across the country. It's like I see your guys's, I run instantly to my Target and Walmart, and literally everything that's clearance on yours is 100% full price on my shelves.
And I know that feeling because I look at people and then I go out and I'm like, people, I saw some guys post and I talked to him. I said, was that like, did you do like the sneaks or is that the clearance price? And he goes, no, it's just, that's the clearance price. It's ringing up. I went to my store. The Undertaker was $20 on clearance. At his store, it was $6 for the Ultimate. So, you know, I get lucky sometimes, but even I miss out on, because we're in New Jersey. So it's like we barely get the clearance. And when we do, it's not the lowest price that I see online. Like people in the middle of nowhere, they get the best prices.
Yeah, like Sleeping Collectibles, like he was on here earlier. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but like I think he lives somewhere in I think Pennsylvania or somewhere in the Midwest like that. And he's always finding some crazy deals on clearance, like some crazy, crazy deals. And I'm just like, how? But yeah, it's because he lives kind of like in the middle and stuff, not like near New York or Jersey or LA.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of toy collectors in Jersey, dude. Oh my God. If I go into the store, I run into like in the toy aisle, there's like 8 40-year-old men or older at any given time. Like I never see children in the toy. Like I toy hunt every day. And I barely see any children in the toy aisles or the action figure aisle. I always tell people, the kids are collecting Nerf guns. Like Nerf guns are where the kids are, or the Funko section. I never see kids in the action figure section. I only see adults.
No,
It's
yeah,
pretty
that's kind of
telling.
how it goes now. Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, for the past 2 generations, they've basically grown up on iPads and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that's what's basically killed Toys R Us, was the
Yeah.
fact that they didn't even want to play with toys at some point. So it's like the collectors can only support so much of the market.
Yeah.
You know, when you take away the bigger portion or share being the kids and stuff. You know, it's like as much as we like to think the market is catered and built around us, it definitely is not.
Yeah, and that's why I like these. We touched on it before, and we could get back to that. Is the third party sellers? Like, there's people, the Chinese companies that are just making full figure lines of unlicensed stuff, and they're amazing. Like one of my favorite figures I own is the Resident Evil 1/12 scale Leon, and that's better than anything we've ever gotten or that we probably ever will that's official. Like it came with 100 accessories. It's super articulated, extra heads. The thing is probably, you know, besides my figures, definitely my top 10, like best figures ever. And that's a 100% a fake figure, you know, like not even any officialness to it. It's just RPD officer, you know. And another figure I just bought recently in Resident Evil is, did you ever play Resident Evil or the new games?
No, but I saw your live stream on Monday with Joe when you guys were talking
saw that
about
lady,
it.
the big girl with the
the
big
milk trucks. Yep.
So Lady Mezco or something, whatever her name is, from Resident Evil 8. She's like a fan favorite. Everyone loves her because she's got big mommy milkers. And and some company made like a third party figure, and it was only $80. You know, it's 1/12 scale, but she's a giant, so it's like, you know, it's big. And you could take the shirt off, and there's fully painted breasts, and it's like you would never get that with another company that was official. So I'm down, bro. I don't even need companies to be official anymore. I'm down with supporting other collectors, you know, making their own toys. Like Gazda 13, he was so inspired by Goose Faba, he went and took a character he created in high school, and I saw the first 3D printed head that he had of his own character. And then same with Action Customs, he's doing mugs, And it's like, that's what I want to see. How many, I always say, how many times could we see the same person post the same Batman? And even every Batman looks kind of the same. How many do we both own, right? Like, we love Batman.
Yeah.
How many do you own that they all kind of look the same? And it's like, do you play with them all? Not really.
No, just my Mezco ones. They look the
My
best on
Ascending
camera.
Knight Mezco Batman's that's the top tier Batman. The Ascending Knight, that's the middle one, right?
No, that's the first one.
Oh, no, what's this? Okay, what's the middle one?
The Supreme Knight? Or no, Sovereign?
That's it, maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever that one is.
The one with the head that has the messed up head.
Yes.
Battle damage? Yeah, okay.
Bro, it looks like Arkham City. I put the wired cape on it. It's the top tier Batman. I don't need any other Batman figure. So I'm happy with that one. I do have the Ascending Knight, though. I have a few of those. Because what I do is, with Mezco especially, when all the hype buyers, they get sick of their figures, I pick up Mezco for $30-$40. I remember
I do the same thing.
That Ascending Knight Batman wasn't popular. I picked up like 3 or 4 of them for $30.
Wow.
Loose with no box. I don't care. And I bought an Ash from Evil Dead Ash for $50 shipped once.
Wow.
Like, people buy stuff that they don't need, and then they got to pay bills. It's like, how about you pay your bills, and if you have extra, then you could, splurge and buy some other stuff. But people, listen, it works out for us, right?
No, yeah, definitely. Because like I said, I use OfferUp personally, and that's where I score a lot of my Mezco deals. I've gotten a lot of Mezcos either at retail or under retail when they go for 2 to 3 times their value. I don't know if you know about the Mezco Gordon and Bat Signal set. I think it's going for like $500-$600.
Yeah.
I got it for $150.
What? That's criminal.
$130.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, on
wow.
I was like, I saw that. I instantly messaged him. I was like, when can I pick it up? I didn't even ask him anything.
I'm coming over.
When can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Send the address now.
That's how I am. You know what? Macari is really good because, I promote Macari. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, but if you have a Macari, you could do a referral link. And if people sign up to Macari with my link, I get like up to $50. So what I do is a lot of my Mezco, like I just bought this. I literally just bought this on Macari with credit. This was like $100-something. I think I paid $18. So it's like Macari is really, first of all, there's so many Mezco on there. That's where I got my Two-Face recently. Yeah. I think I paid $20 for him too. Hey, honey.
Oh, shit.
So Macari is slept on. If anyone needs a link to sign up, use my link. We both get credit. That's what's awesome about it. It's like, it's such an easy sell to people because we both get credit if you use my links. So Macari.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Follow the link, guys, in his bio.
Yeah, link in my bio.
Yeah, like I said, man, OfferUp is great because, like you said, once people, the hype dies down or they have bills to pay, I've come across that a few times. I bought Black Skulls. I bought 3 of them for retail. And I was like, yo, why are you selling these? They're brand new. He's like, well, I got bills to pay. And exactly. I was like, okay, here's the money. Here's my skulls.
Yeah, and I found a lot of people just buy things that they don't really even want. So, like, there's no attachment to it, like, and that works for everybody, right? Like, then we get a good deal, because, like, not everyone's a reseller. So sometimes people just want to get rid of stuff that, like, they don't even care about. You know what I mean? Like, all right. I'll take it.
Exactly, man. I mean, I just found a John Wick for $80 on OfferUp.
Mezco?
Mezco.
Buy it.
Buy
it right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be picking him up on Saturday.
Oh, good. There you go.
Yeah.
Bro, you're like the Mezco hunter. You should change your name.
Right? I should, huh?
Mezco man. I'm telling you,
Mezco
just spice up your Mezco review titles, and you'll be there's no reason you can't be the top guy to review Mezco on YouTube.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that because there are some great guys out there, so I really do appreciate that.
Nobody is you.
That's true.
That's the thing that people don't understand. It doesn't matter if 100 people, 1,000 people, 1 million people do the same exact content. Not everybody has your flair. Someone might want your opinion. That's why they're watching your videos. Hun's making pasta. It's good.
Oh, nice. You're going to have a good dinner, man.
Yeah. But it's just like, yeah, like if I would have thought, oh, you know what? Other people made a toy. You know, like there's other people who 3D print heads and paint them up. I'm not going to do it. But I'm like, no, I don't care. I never did it. You know, I made Goose Faba. It doesn't matter if 100 other people make their own. That's good for them. So I always tell people, it's like, it doesn't matter who does it. Just you do it with your flair. And that's why people watch, you know?
No, yeah, definitely, man. So I think connecting to that, Toy Junkies had a quick question for you, man. He says, Rocco, do you think the majority of the toy community will one day accept System Island, or do you think it's overlooked not because it's not a great fig, but for other reasons? Maybe because you're not a big corporation.
So I feel like, honestly, I cannot believe the acceptance I do feel like he had. Like my figures have been, in my opinion, like I've only seen positivity to them, and like the way I see people in, like, speaking of Toy Junkies, he took my Fat Cap Joe on like a road trip yesterday to California. I mean, he's in California. Hold on a second. I gotta shut my door.
You're good, man.
Too much stuff is in this room. Oh my god. Oh, I dropped my watermelon on my jeans. Oh. Bro, I got watermelon on my jeans. Look at that. Can't eat that. But sorry, I usually I don't have the thing. But so my whole thing is like I don't overthink it. I told people one of my goals in life was to make my own toys, right? So now that I combined my art graffiti character that I've been drawing Goose Faba since 2003. So I was 13 years old, young punk, writing on people's stuff, which I don't condone because now I'm a homeowner. And, you know, my graffiti ever popped up on my fence. I already said, like, I can't say anything because I was that young punk kid. So, you know, whatever, you just deal with it. But it's like I am having, like, I do the stuff for me. And if other people like it, that's like amazing. So I think it's easy to psych yourself out. And I do feel like my stuff is being as accepted as something that's like new. You know, like people don't really like new stuff, just like Ashley Wood. When I saw in the toy community, because it's like Marvel Legends and Mezco, it's like, you know, there's kind of a style, right? And when you deviate from that style, you lose people. And, you know, me being an artist before I was a toy collector, so I like art toys that people in the action figure community might not like. And I also like action figures, which people in the art community might not like. So I feel like my figure is a mix of both, like Ashley Wood's, which I was, you know, really inspired by. And and people, you get like, I imagine my stuff having a cult following, which I feel like it does already. And that's good enough for me. As long as I could do my drops and I could support more figures being made, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried. I'm not like looking too far into the future because people ask me all the time. They're like, where are you seeing this? And I'm like, I'm seeing it right now. You know, I just did wave 2 of Fat Cap Joe. That's what I'm focusing on. I don't care what's in the future because we're not there yet. So I'm enjoying every day. I love logging into my socials and seeing like, oh, somebody did toy photography with Goose Faba. Somebody did some fan art. Somebody did this. Like, that's what I look forward to every day. So I feel like he has been, my figures, people are open to them. And I just can't wait to expose more people because I feel like if they see how much I love the figures, there's no reason that they won't like them. You know, even if someone goes like, I you know, like, oh yeah, it's not for me, but good, like keep doing you. And that's good for me too. I said, I know not everyone's it's not everyone's cup of tea, but everyone will know Goose Faba. That's my goals. You know, they don't have to love him, but they're going to know his name because I'm going to just keep shouting it. You know what I mean? Because I love it.
No, yeah, that's the right mentality to have, man. I think the same thing kind of happened with like going back to Mezco a bit with their own character Gomez. Like that's their own character, you know. And there's the diehard Gomez fans, and then there's the Gomez people that are like, okay, another Gomez, really another one. But it's like that's what they created. That's their original character, kind of like with you and Goose Faba and Fat Cat.
And Gomez was an inspiration to me because that showed I saw the tide turning where people were just cool with having a cool figure. So like I didn't know that Gomez had lore. Like they have those
Mm-hmm.
shorts and those videos, and you know, I just was ignorant to it. I didn't know. So one day on Twitter, I saw a bunch of these videos, and the video is what sold me, because there's a
Yep.
character, he has a person, there's other characters, there's like a story to it. And that's what I think
Mm-hmm.
people, what I'm selling my figures are, is there's a big story. There's a world that they live in. So it's not just like, it's not just this it's not just this. It's Goose Faba
Mm-hmm.
has a personality. I actually have a book with all the synopsis. I have all character bios. Like I've been flushing this world out for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
System Island existed for 10 years. You could find it on my Tumblr when I started creating it back in 2010-ish. So I've been just building this, and now I felt like I have a fan base with the YouTube, and so I slowly started exposing to it, and I love it. I have a good following. I have repeat buyers. I have new buyers each wave, and it's like it's only growing, which that's a good sign. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and the world and the story is what's like. Why do we buy Batman? He's a good figure.
Exactly.
You know, he looks cool, but we know his story. So we could,
Mm-hmm.
people could take pictures and like they get it, right? Like Gotham
Mm-hmm.
City. If someone says Gotham City to you, you know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
So slowly I've been, every day I just kind of let people know about System Island, what it's about, who these characters are. And eventually it's just going to be lore, and I see already so many people doing their own System Island pictures. Like X-Boy Wonder, he got it. Gaz the 13 is one of the big ones. He has a weird name that's like a bunch of letters and numbers, but he's actually working on stop motion. He asked me, I was like, yeah, of course. I was like, you don't have to ask. He's like, he's like, do you mind if I use Goose Faba for stop motion? I was like, yesterday, do it yesterday. Like, yes, I can't wait to see that. So my fun part is once you put the stuff out there, seeing how people play with the figures and what they do with them, and it's so cool. It's so much fun. It's really great.
No, yeah, I see you.
I hope that answered his question 20 minutes later. You could just tell me that, like, yo, chill. I could keep talking, for 3 hours. So.
No, yeah. No, I was gonna say you definitely answered that question by how passionate your answer and response was to, how you built it up, how it's been in the works for 10 plus years at this point, and how now you're just basically turning all the details into tangible things to sell and give your fans.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome.
No, yeah, that's great, man. And I'm sure, later on down the line, you're going to just continue building, continue adding to the lore. And, I'm sure one day you'll release that book, or you'll release like your own comic with them or something. So I'm sure you'll do some great stuff.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I have, I say it all the time. I have a 3-book story arc. So I have the names. Welcome to System Island. I have it written down. I forgot the middle one, but then the last one's it's Escape from System Island. So I already have like a storyline. I have like a rough like story that happens, and I always tell people there's like a pre-world, and then there's a post story. So it's like like Spider-Man. You can have Spider-Man just flying around the city. He's in college and he's fighting burglars and stuff. But then there's like, maybe he has like a story arc with Green Goblin or something. So there's like a before, and then, because Goose Faba and Fat Cap Joe, they go up against Skulk Corp. Skulk Corp is the evil corporation in my universe. I actually made pins 10 years ago. I still have them. I have a few of them. I don't have a lot left, but like these are 10 years old, dude, Skulk pins. But yeah, it's cool. It's lots of fun. I'm excited. I got a Goose Faba tattoo. I made a goal. I said, when I sell 5 waves of figures, I'll get a tattoo. And today's video on YouTube is me getting that tattoo. So
really,
it's permanent. It's on my leg. I got the Goose Faba tattoo.
Nice. Well, I'm sure you're gonna sell way more than 5 waves, man.
Thank you. I hope. Listen, every wave. I don't take it for granted. I still got to work my butt off, and I still got to promote. And this week I'm getting 2 weeks to promote this time because I'm in talk with some toy websites. So hopefully some new people get their hands on them, and I just want to, slowly keep growing, and I'm excited. So.
Oh yeah, man, that's the way to do it.
Dude,
like
it's
you
so
said,
scary.
slowly do it.
When you do a drop, dude, I'm telling you, it's so scary. There's nothing worse than, because everyone moves in fear, right? Like, say you do something, and say you open up your workouts and no one shows up.
Oh yeah.
Like that makes you scared, right? Like that makes you nervous. But then they start showing up, and you were like, why was I ever nervous? And it's because you care. So it's like every drop, I get super nervous, not because I'm scared or because I think it's gonna fail. It's because I care about it so much. So it's like every drop, you just get so excited. I wouldn't even say nervous. It's like I'm super excited.
No, yeah, definitely, man. And like I said, that just comes from like that passion that you have for it, and it definitely shows in what you do. It doesn't seem forced. It doesn't seem like you're having to do this. It seems like you want to do this. You're excited to do this. You're excited to be talking about him. And like you said, you can go on for hours about it without even realizing it. And you can definitely tell that it's coming from a natural place and not just like, oh, okay, I'm going to be marketing so I can sell. This is something that you created on your own, and I think that's something that this world is very void of at the moment, is original ideas. So many things are reworks, reboots, remember this, remember that, nostalgia this, nostalgia that.
Yeah.
It's like, come up with something original, kind of like you and Joe were talking about. I don't remember if it was this past Monday stream or last week's, but how back in the day there was original adult movies, rated R
adult
movies,
movies.
that had,
like RoboCop.
Yeah.
That shouldn't, like, that's so insane. That's that idea. You know what I mean? Like
that movie started when I was younger.
We grew up with these amazing, creative, fun stories, and now we just get like the same Thor movie the third time in a row. And it's like, there are people who like that, and I'm not hating on it, but for me, it's like, I don't see anything in the mainstream creative at all anymore. And they totally lost me. And it's like, we're in the Funko Pop generation that everything is cute, but in uniform. Like, think about it. Movies and media, everything is like a Funko Pop. It's safe. There's no hard edges. There's no sharp edges on a Funko Pop. And that's what media is. We're in the media Funko Pop generation. And that being said, I do want a Goose Faba Funko Pop one day.
Well, I mean, they do allow custom ones right now, so I don't know if there'd be a way for you to make one.
Oh, they do custom ones?
Yeah, if you go to like the Funko Pop store here in at least Hollywood, I'm pretty sure the one in Seattle, like their main one, does it as well. But yeah, it's something new that they rolled out, I think, last year. So look into it, man. Maybe you can get one.
They'll reach out to me one day.
I'm sure they will, man. I'm sure, because like I said, right now it's the time for original ideas. It's the time for these third-party companies, like Mythic Legions. They're booming. All these other third-party ones are booming. Well, I mean, they're not really third-party, but they're third-party in the sense that they're not associated to any kind of license.
Yeah, they're pretty much corporate, but they're doing it on their own. But
that's
so
what
they
I'm saying.
have
They're
like
not
kind
attached to any IP.
They have heads up because they're in the, they know the factories, they know the sculpts, they know like everything in life is who you know, right? So, that's why they're so successful, because one, they're doing great products, but they're professionals. They're the people who gave us DCUC Universe Classics and everything. They know what they're doing, and their stuff shows. Like, they're amazing. I own a ton of them. And same with Articulated Icons. I thought that was so cool that the Foosh we're like, we're gonna make our own toys. So it's like, we're in a we're in a time where and now people are willing to give new things a shot, and that's what's cool as well. So it's like, think about it. Every figure I sell could have been a Batman to somebody, could have been a Superman. Every time I say this when I live stream, even right now, we got 10 people here. They could be watching Netflix. They could be watching Disney Plus. There are people who are looking for alternate media, and that's why I'm on YouTube all day, because I rather see normal people talking. I don't want to see, I don't know, Mandalorian or something like that. Just personally, that's not what I'm into right now. So I think that's awesome. Nothing gets wasted on me. Like, I appreciate every little thing that happens, and some people will some people see the world, like going back to what we first started, you know, some people go, oh, only 10 people are watching. I'm like, bro, 10 people? That's amazing, you know? And like, same with my live streams. I'm like, I'm appreciative. I was given the same live stream to 4 people when I first started live streaming, and there were only 4 people there. And, you know, now when there's, what, 50 people, I give the same show, the same energy, because it's fun. You know, any person who's giving you their time, it's just, yeah, it's fun. It's cool. And like you, I watch you interview these companies, you interview other toy people. That's who I want to hear about. You know, like, who wants to hear a celebrity give a speech that their PR person wrote for them? You know what I mean? Like an interview. That's not fun.
No, yeah, and that's what I love about these shows. You know, I get to connect with people and talk with them and stuff. And like you, man, I spend all my time on YouTube, and I get a little sad when there's no new YouTube videos from you or Sleepy or anybody. I'm just like, come on, what's going on here? I've already watched everything, but then you have to rewatch old shows because all the new stuff is just trash. I mean, like you said, we're in the time of soft media. Everything has to be correct. Everything has to be gentle. You can't offend anybody.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I want to go to a movie and be offended. Make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Want to watch a movie. It's not real life, and everybody needs to get over that. Like, I don't want to see relatable stuff in movies. You know, like, I don't, that's not why I watch a movie. You live real life if you want relatable or normal looking. I want everyone to be hot. You know, I want the movie to be ridiculous. You know, like, on my live streams, I'm always telling people I love sex comedies from the 80s. Like, just silly movies, young guys, they're usually in college and they're doing the most insane stuff in today's day and age. Like, you know, but, and it's just like fun. It's just fun. People smiling, laughing, a lot of boobies. You know, if a movie doesn't have boobies, why are you wasting your time watching it?
Yeah, that's definitely a view on movies, man.
Do you see boobies in movies anymore? Never.
No, you don't see much of anything really in movies besides a bunch of people talking about everyday issues and stuff. It's like I don't go to a movie to be lectured, like you said. You know, I go to the movies to be outside of the real world. Growing up, my parents always told me it's a movie, it's not real life.
Yes.
Like, that's ingrained in my head. Then all of a sudden, now it's like the opposite for some reason. It's like, that's real life in a movie. It's like, but why? Exactly. It's like why?
It's disgusting, dude. It's so weird. Yeah. We just see Thor's ass now. LOL. Yeah, that's okay.
You think they're gonna show that?
Jane Foster? We can't even see her cleavage.
No, of course not. They gotta cover all that up with armor and everything.
Yeah. Cover her up, cover her whole body up. I saw a little bit of skin on her hand.
We better put some gloves on.
Bad. Don't you dare. Oh, you're looking at a girl. Don't do it. But no, that's the good thing about Joe always, you know, me and Joe, we always say physical media. Buy the old movies because they can't doctor those. You know what I mean? And there's I always say, like, I don't care about new media. There's so many movies from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s that you'll never be able to watch, even all the hits, the classics. We will never, in both of our lifetimes, we don't have enough time to watch all the amazing stuff that already exists. So I don't care if new stuff is good. If anything, I saved so much money. You know how much money I saved when Star Wars started sucking?
A lot.
I'm good. I'm damn good.
No, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that too, because I have a friend that's also in the toy collecting community and stuff, and we help each other out. But he's a little older than me. He grew up, I think, in the late 80s, early 90s and stuff. So he's seen all those classics and stuff, and he'll always say a movie. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. And he's like, what? But you have to remember, at that time, you had movies from the early time when it was starting to the 80s. Yeah. Now it's the early time to the fucking 2020s. Like, that's a longer span of a shit ton of movies, especially in the span of like the early thousands. Studios were pumping out movies left and right.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but you know, well, probably you. You know, we're business of our own. We're what I can't think. What's freaking we're my brain just shut off. We're entrepreneurs. We don't have I don't have the luxury of sitting down for 3 hours and doing nothing, especially not for bad things. Like, I see people going it was just okay. Like they know the new Marvel movies aren't good, but they still go watch them. And it's like, you don't value your life? You know, like 3 hours, what I could do in 3 hours, I could create a whole new toy line. You know, like I could make a good video. I could do a live stream for 3 hours. I could do anything. I could tan my butthole. Like, there's so many things you could do in 3 hours instead of seeing mediocre stuff from people that hate you. Like, Disney has said they hate us. Like, they hate you. You're a free thinker. They don't like you.
Yeah.
So, and we still, you know, Disney, people still support them. And it's like, I'm good. I'm okay.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that, man. You know, especially with all these corporations, they're always flip-flopping on their views and stuff just for whatever's big and in at the time. And people fall for it all the time. They shouldn't have views. Just make entertainment and entertain us. That's it. You know?
Yeah. And same with people. I don't have opinions. I don't care. I don't care. What are we going to have? Like, everyone has the same takes on stuff. You know, like, why would you even give a hot take on Twitter or Instagram? You're just going to alienate your viewers or something. And like, I just want to show people gooses. You know what I mean? I don't care about having the hot take of what people care about today. You know, like you might talk about the hot topic today and tomorrow nobody cares anymore. And that's why, you know, like, you know how we feel about virtue signaling. It's so stupid. Obviously, everybody should have the same feelings on topics that are, it's like a no-brainer. You're not changing anybody's mind by posting one thing on your story. You're just annoying people, you know?
No, yeah, exactly. You know, that's the biggest thing. I feel like this generation also just wants to make a lot of noise and not do anything about it.
It's a lot of noise, and no one's saying anything.
Well, people are saying stuff, they're just not doing anything. They just want to talk about it. They won't put themselves in the position to be better in those positions, to be those people, to do better. You know, they just want to point out problems and complain about them, but not actually be any kind of but not be any kind of resolution to them.
You know how you make the world a better place? You start with yourself. You make yourself the best person you could be.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times, all these people that are judging everybody else, their life is a mess, most likely. I don't have time to judge other people. I got stuff to do.
Exactly.
I don't care. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people care about what other people are doing. Someone could not pay me to care about someone else. Like, I don't like, I can't care at all. You just can't. You can't force me. You could put a gun to my head, be like, care about what everybody's doing. I'd be like, I can't. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, exactly, man. I'm the same way. You know, like you said, you were just so busy why it shouldn't even matter, you know. And if somebody doesn't like you and doesn't care about you, it's like, well, that's just somebody more that's just gonna, you know, add, you know, it adds to the algorithm if they're gonna leave that negative comment. That's gonna add to my following because people are gonna see like, well, this one person's saying this, but you know, I'm seeing this. Maybe I should support them. You know,
negativity grows your YouTube channel, believe it or not.
It grows everything around, you know, in your life. I feel like nowadays people are just so like, it's gonna sound weird to say, but negative towards negativity. But if you look back, I mean, I don't know about you, but I wanted to get big and strong because I was kind of bullied when I was in elementary, and it's like I used that negativity. Exactly. I didn't go and cry in the corner. It's like, oh, they're making fun of me, blah blah blah. You know, I was like, okay, you're gonna make fun of me. I'm gonna give you a reason not to make fun of me. You know?
Yeah, you use that fuel. And instead of complaining on Twitter and doing nothing about it, you made yourself better on accident. That's how I was in high school too. I didn't like people talking smack, and I worked out like a lot. Like I listened to hardcore music. I worked out. I used to walk around with my headphones on, just like angry. You know what I mean? Like I was like, start with me now. Let's go. But and that's the thing too. Like I hate the quote, prove your haters wrong. You shouldn't even be thinking about other people's approval. Like once you're worried about someone else's approval, you lost.
Yeah, exactly. The only competition should be the person in that mirror.
Michael Jackson. I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
Got some Rocco karaoke going on now.
Bro, I was doing the thing like that on a live stream, and then I started saying that song, and I brought up the lyrics, and I just sat there and sang the song.
How many people did you lose during that live stream?
Bro, we grew 700, bro. It was my biggest stream. No, I don't even remember. But yeah, you definitely lose people when you sing. But those people are boring.
No, yeah, definitely. I get that, man. So yeah, I mean, like you said, man, you just got to keep going with this stuff. You know, if you listen to the people telling you, you know, you're not going to do this, that's, you know, in the bodybuilding community, something I always used to do when I was coming up was like watch interviews with Arnold and stuff. And he would always say, you know, I would love when people would tell me it's impossible because, you know, then if I do it, I'm the first person to ever do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of people think that just because something hasn't been done before, it's like you create that lane, you know? Like you could be the first person to do it, you know? Like just because it didn't exist before. Bro, I used to, when I was growing up, he had all those Arnold, like what's that show that he did, the movie, Pumping Iron. Bro, that was inspiring growing up. He was, bro, he was so, he was, watch. Arnold was wild. Now Arnold says, screw your freedom. He died in my eyes. Arnold's dead. But
Arnold's old though, to be honest.
Listen, once you get into politics, they own you forever. So you can't really listen to anything he says. He has to say things. They all do. That's why it's not even that's why it's like not even their opinions. It's just like people are just, it's like copy and paste points. So I stay out of all that. But I do like to make fun of it and roast it because it's so annoying.
No, yeah, exactly, man. Like you said, you know, I like to stay out of it. I like to keep all that stuff out of my channel and stuff just because, you know, I like this to be a fun and easygoing experience. What movies should be, you know, an escape from reality, something that was just, like you said, just something good and something wholesome, something fun that, you know, people can just turn on and enjoy and not have to be worried about being lectured at. We were talking about tanning your butthole and everything.
That's it. It's important. We're trying to make your life better, guys. Get out there. Say hello to your neighbors with your butthole and get some sun on it.
If you weren't here at the beginning, that probably sounded really fucking weird.
But yeah, it's like this stream. We, instead of using, you could have just, you know, you couldn't do it at the time and you could have just not did it. But instead, you still made it work. And people just give up way too easy. You know, when something doesn't work out the way they wanted, they just go, oh, I'm over it, you know? And we just gotta keep going. We gotta keep doing things and creating things. You know, I got tired of not liking movies. So I said, I'm gonna start making my own stuff and putting positivity out there instead of just saying that I don't like things, because that's negativity. I don't want to put negativity out there. So, you know, like if you don't like the way things are in the toy, like I didn't like the toy prices were going up. So I was like, all these things went into me making my own stuff, you know, like, and if you don't like something, you could make something else. Like I didn't like media, so I started making my own videos. But oh my gosh, somebody leaked Obi-Wan. I actually leaked Obi-Wan in my live stream.
Bro, that's actually my buddy.
Obi-Wan, I know exactly what's going to happen in Obi-Wan.
That's funny. That's actually my best friend. Ironically, his name's Chris Brown.
Nice. Any relation?
No, but it was funny because I had a few classes with him in college and stuff, and the teacher would always call, you know, roll and stuff at the beginning, and she'd call everybody by their first name, and then she'd get to him, and he'd be the only one. She'd go, Chris Brown. Everyone likes his first name, but him, he had to be Chris Brown.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit the like button on him. There you go. Yeah, anybody who's watching this, give me a follow. My Instagram got deleted 3 times this year alone. So, you know what's funny? Let's talk about that. So many people are phonies and they're fake. You know how many people used to talk to me when I had a 12K account that don't talk to me anymore? You know,
really?
You know, I actually lost opportunities with companies because my Instagram got deleted.
Really?
And that's why all that went into me. I don't want to be somebody else's promotion. I will use my platform for my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's you get deleted too much to follow. Yeah, and bros, 3 times this year already. So it's like it's ridiculous. And it's one time it got reinstated and they said it was an error. So I don't know what is going on. Are people, you know, because I know I don't curse. I don't post anything crazy. So I just think it's one of those things. It's like an obstacle that I just have to overcome. I don't even question it because there's no use of it. They don't give you a reason. So I just keep moving on. And now I got 2 new pages. I made a backup of my backup. So we'll see how this goes. But, and that's why also it's like you can't invest like too much into, you know, Instagram. It's like, what is this? You know what I mean? And plus they want to change it so much. Do you even get notified? Do you even see people's posts? Instagram's pretty much dead. It's like, it's hanging on by a string.
Posts. Yeah, I see more sponsored posts. I'm like, wait, I don't follow this person. I'll click on it. It's like, well, yeah, because I don't. Why are they on my feed?
Do you ever check your feed? Do you check your wall? I don't check my wall. I see stories sometimes. I forgot the wall exists.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's like Instagram's dead. What's funny is I started troll posting on TikTok, right? My little sister loves TikTok. She made me make one. And so I made one and then I wasn't using it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start, because Reels, you know, Instagram wants you to post Reels. So I started just making Reels and I would post them on there. And then what I started doing, just because I didn't care about it and I don't take TikTok serious, I just started spamming the same videos every day, over and over and over. And I just hit 7K followers yesterday.
What?
And wow. I know for a fact I got purchases of my figures from TikTok. So wow. I built up a TikTok on accident, not even trying. And it actually like turned into something physical and I couldn't believe it. So me getting deleted off of Instagram, instead of bitching about it and being upset, I actually used it as a way of being like, whoa, you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. And I made the TikTok and I did the Twitter and I started posting on more platforms. So, and I started posting on Facebook. I made a like page. I started posting on my like page. So instead of like, people will take a negative and then just like dwell on that. I take a negative and go, okay, what do I have? Like, this is a test. How can I, like, what do I learn from this? So instead of like bitching that my Instagram of like 10 years got deleted, all my pictures, all my messages is what I was really upset about, because I had like deals going on. I was in the middle of sponsorships with companies and it was just like, whatever. But you know, you keep moving on. So.
No, yeah, man. That's the same thing in like the fitness industry, man. I mean, there's pros that don't have a following and they are making nothing because they don't have a following and sponsors won't touch them. And then there's people that don't even compete and they have a giant following and sponsors are all over them because they have that following and stuff.
Yeah, everything's about clout. Everything's about clout.
Yeah.
I noticed when my videos started taking off, a ton of toy hunter people started trying to be my friend. And then like, where are they? You know what I mean? Like, I learned that all the toy hunter people, you can't be friends with people that are perceived, because I consider myself like a vlogger or just like a personality. I do toy hunts, but I don't consider myself a toy hunter. But I learned, like, you know, I'm friends with Joe because Joe is in the movie realm and he has his own goals. You can't be friends with, it's sad to say, but you can't be friends with people who have the same goals as you, because they're always going to see you as competition, when it's like, bro, you couldn't be me if you tried. Like, everybody's different. We're all different, and people like are in their feelings, and people get jealous, and it's not good. It's not good. Like, nobody should see me as their competition, because you're not me. I'm crazy. I'm a literal crazy person. I'm a crazy person that no one should listen to, but they do for some reason.
But I mean, not just that, but like you said, you know, each of us have our own personality, our own stuff, and you started with something, but you've completely branched out into your own thing that I don't think anybody can, you know, copy and paste in their sense. You know, they may take inspiration, they may take some stuff, but I don't think anybody can do what you do, and people will be like, oh, this is totally his original thing. They'll see that they got inspired by you, man.
Well, everybody's inspired by somebody, and it's like, I don't mind that. It's just like, I don't like when people are in their feelings and then they you self-sabotage yourself. Like, you self-sabotage. when you look at other people and judge yourself. Like I was on YouTube since it opened. I was on YouTube since it existed. I don't know what even year that is. And I tried so many different things. My channel had ups and downs, and now it just started taking off with the toys. And it's like, you don't know somebody's story, so it's like you can't compare yourself to me because you don't have the same journey as I did. And it's like people just mess themselves up. I'm always open. I sent you a link. I give everybody a chance. Like I want to hang out. I want to talk to people. I want to have fun. But people are weird, and when people are threatened, it's like watching a movie, right? When that guy is threatened, he sabotages the whole team's plan. But I guess that's life. Drama's fun. When people say they don't like drama, those are the people you got to watch out for because they're drama. I don't look for drama, but drama always finds you. And you just have to learn how to deal with the drama and hopefully monetize it and make something good out of it,
No, yeah, I totally get that, man. I mean, it's the same thing with me. It seems like the more you mind your business, the more drama people just tends to find you. And it's not even your doing or anything. It's just all of a sudden there.
I told you, you're making a lot of waves. I saw you before you even reached out to me. I didn't even know you watched my videos, and I saw your videos popping up all over the place. Your Instagram lives, and you have you have something about you. You have I don't know, like I see things all the time and I forget about them, but you stood out to me. Like Joe just left one comment, and something stood out to me about him, and it's like, I see big things for you, dude. I see you have a good personality. You're not like a SJW. You're not like you're not weak in the sense of physical or mental, from what I could tell. And I just see bigger and bigger things for you. And I actually wish you the best. Like a lot of people, they pretend they'll like your comments. They'll do all kinds of message you all kinds of things, and they're secretly hoping you fail. It's so weird. I don't know, man. I hope they get laid or something.
It's funny that you bring that up, though, because I actually recently saw this quote, and it said, nobody's really ever proud of you. They're just surprised that you keep doing shit that they never thought you would be able to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it's like, sometimes that's how it is, like you just keep surprising people and you keep doing you. And at the end of the day, you're going to be successful and you're going to be happier in the end.
I surprise myself,
man. I appreciate that.
I love it. I love challenging myself and doing things every day. It's so much fun. Yeah, and Sandro Pancho is an SJW. Right there. There you go. I'll hit the like button on that.
That's funny. Let's see. What do we got in the comments? Let's see.
So what are you doing today? What do you is it something serious, or why?
No. So you know how when you're going through Instagram stories, you'll get random ads and stuff like that. Well, one of them was this previews movie, and so I guess it's an opportunity to see movies before they come out.
Yeah, they do that. And they do that.
Yeah.
Well, you got one?
Yeah, so I was just watching, every time I come across, I kind of click into it, and Instagram, it learns if you're interested in an ad or not, it'll keep showing it to you. And each time it was a different movie, and it was always kind of just an movie, you know what I mean? But then one time it was that recent one that came out with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Oh, the silly one with the that looked fun.
Yeah, so I was kind of just so they do actually have some major movies too, not just no-name ones. And so I think 2 weeks ago I saw the ad, and believe it or not, this is going to sound weird as fuck, but it was a movie. I can't say anything about it because I signed an NDR.
Oh, okay,
it's a movie about the creation of hot Cheetos.
Oh, yeah. I heard the story. They're making a movie of that?
There's a movie that's going to be coming out and stuff.
So
I went to that. They're going to ask
you questions, right? They ask you, what could change about the movie and stuff?
Yeah, at the end I had to fill out a whole questionnaire and everything and stuff. So yeah, exactly.
That's fun.
And so I signed up for that. Yeah, so I signed up, and so you can either get the ads and they'll give you the movies, or if you sign up and register with them, they'll send you invitations for certain movies. I guess bigger ones that they know a lot of people are going to want to attend. And I was at the dentist randomly, and I just randomly checked my email, and I never really checked their emails, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I wonder what movie this one's for. And I clicked on it, and it was for John Wick Chapter 4.
Whoa, you're gonna see that today?
Today.
I didn't even know they made it.
I didn't even know it was done filming either, dude. I was like, I saw that, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, I guess like they finish the movies early, but then they market it for a while, right? Like they figure out how to market it and stuff. So right now you're gonna be, bro, if it's SJW, you gotta give it a good review, like give it a good feedback. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, and that's what I was telling my girl, because I was telling her, like, I didn't know if I was gonna want to pay for this one because it was kind of headed in that area. Like, it's still a good movie franchise, but I feel like this one they can really fall off the cliff if they really choose to. So
they said they want to put it in Girl John Wick. Bro, it's like, we like John Wick. I don't want to see Girl John Wick. You know? Oh, you're
exactly.
Am I freaking out? Wait, hold on. Are you skipping or is it me?
It might be you. You're clear on my end.
All right, I just plugged in my phone to charge, so maybe you were just going all over the place. So, yeah. Okay. Are we good now?
Steady on my end. You're good on my end.
Okay, good.
So,
yeah. The screen was like all crazy. Oh, yeah, that's worth it, man. So who were you supposed to have on today?
Go Figure Go. He was in the chat a little while ago and stuff, so I apologize to him if he's still in the chat, man. I really want to see this movie and stuff. Yeah, and he works a 9 to 5. Yeah, he works a 9 to 5, so he said he couldn't do an earlier time. So I'm just gonna reschedule him. I'll still have him on the show, so just have to reschedule him and stuff.
Oh, that's gonna be one to look out for. Cool. Yeah, and that's cool. You're gonna see John Wick. Well, you can't talk about it, right?
I can't, but you know, I'll message you. Shh.
Yeah, okay.
I'll let you know if
no one saw this. No, he's just joking, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me know if it's SJW or not. All I need is like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We're good. So
I got you, man. I got you. But yeah, last time I went to the movie, like I said, it was about the creation of hot Cheetos, and there was actually a big turnout. Like surprisingly, so they actually had to turn away some people because there was such a big turnout. And this is the John Wick franchise, so I'm like,
you got to get there
early. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna leave my house like 2 hours or maybe 3 hours before, because it's about a 45-minute drive, about an hour drive depending on traffic to the theater, because it's in Orange County and I'm somewhere else. So it's not too bad of a drive, but it does take some time. So I'm gonna leave a little earlier. So that's why I couldn't do the show at the time that I wanted to with.
You should live stream it or film it you should make a vlog for your YouTube channel.
They take our phones.
Well, no, I mean like before and after. Like just make a whole day of it, you know?
That's true.
We are the content, remember?
Exactly, that's true. Oh, Go Figure Go says he's still at work. He's just watching us while he's at work.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I got planned up for today. I just
had some
fun. Early morning clients and this, and then I was waiting for my new Mezcos that just arrived right before I went live. Like literally at 12:59. Like I heard a knock at the door, and I was like, "Oh crap!" I just ran over.
You should buy special glasses with a camera inside. Risk it all for John Wick 4.
Right. I don't even think it's finished. I think last time there's a few of the details and the special effects that wasn't complete. So I don't know if this one's going to be fully complete or if we're going to see some like unfinished stunt work and stuff, you know, some wires and stuff. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see.
That's more fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. CGI. That's great.
But another movie that I'm pretty excited about is Top Gun, man. I don't know if you are, but I've been hearing a lot of great stuff.
Joe's very excited about it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great stuff. I like that they actually flew those jets and stuff, and they didn't like CGI it and stuff. I'm really big on those practical.
No. Yeah, when it's real, it's an event. It's like you want to go see it. Movies now, it's like it's all CGI, so it's like you're watching an animated movie. Is that I have to leave my house for that? You know, like Terminator 2, they literally drove that freaking monster truck through the canal and blew everything up. Like, that's
you didn't even see Schwarzenegger's stunt double.
Yeah, that's worth seeing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's a spectacle. You know, if I want to watch animated shows, dude, there's people on YouTube that make animated things that are better than in the movies. Like,
oh yeah, there's people that make better live action stuff that are in the movies at this point.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing is too. A lot of people think something's official, so it's good, and something's unofficial, so it's bad. And the same goes with like people with followers. Sometimes someone looks at someone with a lot of followers and thinks that their stuff is good, and people judge themselves and others by their follower count, and it's so stupid. It really is. It's all algorithms. Sometimes people buy their followers. You should just like content for what it is. And it's like, I don't know about you, when we were growing up, I was in like the music scene. You would want to find the band that no one knew about. Now it's like you only want to find the band that everyone likes that's on the radio. It's such a weird turn. Everything's about trends now instead of originality, and that can't last for long. We're gonna push through. It's gonna be the new attitude era. I always say it. It's like anytime there's a lot of censorship and a lot of like boringness and telling people the rules, like we're gonna get that
pushback,
that attitude era. The Eminem, bro. Listen to old Eminem. Like I put on the Marshall Mathers LP for some reason yesterday, and I was just listening to like. I was a little bastard because I was listening to this stuff. You know, like just every song is just like, F you, I'm going to do whatever I want. Don't tell me. And now people are like, do what I'm telling you to do. And it's like, who wants to hear that? It's so boring.
Exactly. No, yeah, exactly, man. I totally get that. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
There's a line in there where one of the characters says, you know, it's like in every other situation with the decades. So it's like every other decade is boring and every other decade is good because like you said, you have that boring generation and then you have the pushback. Yeah. I want to make it more exciting.
Yeah. Cause like the 2000s pushed like early 2000s, we went a little too much, you know?
Yeah.
So then it's like, you have to reset. You got to reset. So we're due for the next pushback of just like offending people, just outrageous titties, craziness. And I'm going to be, you know what? Like people like us that aren't woke losers are going to be ahead of the curve. And I'm going to be like to those people like, wait, weren't you posting all that stuff? You don't get to be like that. No.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Shove them into the locker.
Yeah, I think Hollywood's starting to learn, you know, go woke, go broke is the real thing and not just something we've been preaching and saying just to get them to change our movies.
It's just boring. Even if you agree, it's so boring. I just want to see fun. I want to see people having fun and boobies. Very important. You get me in charge of a studio, a movie studio, I'll make the best movies from the last 2 decades, bro. Get me in charge.
Fun and boobies.
Gooses and boobies. We'll get the Goose Faba movie where he's just running around and he's slapping boobies or something. I don't know.
That's gonna be the wrong video that they download. They're gonna think it's the original Goose Faba movie, but it's gonna be the X-rated version.
Yeah. Listen, I want the kids to like Goose Faba too, so they'll be like a normal, but then we'll have the adult one. I think everyone can like something. It's like Marvel used to have like the Punisher book that was like for like, you know, adults. The stores, and then they had like, the Marvel Knights where Daredevil was like killing people, and then they had Daredevil where he's like being like a good guy, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think we've lost that as a society, that ability to make stuff for different groups and stuff. Now it's like, okay, it has to be acceptable to everybody. It's like, you can't do that.
You can't do that. Not everybody's going to like everything always.
Exactly. And not everybody's going to like everything to be clean.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, that's the biggest thing. It's like everybody is just too clean at this point.
Everything's predictable. When you go into a movie and you know exactly what you're going to get, that's boring.
Exactly.
It's just not worth it.
Like, why are you paying? Why are you paying?
It's not worth it. Yeah, it's like, that's why the Batman, I was so surprised because I was not expecting them to basically make like a freaking horror movie. You know, like there are parts in that movie that I really couldn't believe they did. So it's like, that felt like it was worth it. You know, like that's why that movie stood out. That's why people will be talking about that movie in a decade. You know, Multiverse of Madness, next month, no one's going to care when the next Marvel thing is out.
I was just about to say that. They're going to forget Doctor Strange next week.
Yeah. I mean, Moon Knight is over already. No one's talking about Moon Knight.
Yeah.
No one's talking about Mandalorian. No one's talking, like, no one cares. I still see people talking about Batman.
Oh, yeah. I just got it on Blu-ray, and I'm rewatching it all over again.
It's out?
Yeah, it just came out. Well, I don't know if it's out yet, but Walmart shipped my pre-order early, I think.
Nice. Yeah, there's a guy
Yeah.
at the flea market that gets movies, like Blu-rays and stuff for the, I don't know what he does. I don't ask questions. And I never buy brand new movies, but I will buy that from him. I think he takes like $10 off or something.
Maybe you know somebody that works at Walmart.
I don't ask questions. I don't care what people do.
I'll
not
just
a
take the
narc.
deal.
Yeah, I just listen. You can get me a deal. I don't care what you're doing. I mind my business, you know. The milk's gone bad. Casey, what's up, Casey? How's the
Says,
chat
I wish
doing?
I had 4 hands so I could give them. Oh my God, he said, I wish I had 4 hands so I could give them titties 4 thumbs down. Yeah, how's the chat doing, guys? How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to today?
We got Not My Flag. We got Parts May Vary. Go Figure Go. Chris
Parts
Brown
May
is
Vary
still
should
here.
be on here. Parts May Vary is going to be a guest very soon, so I'm excited to talk to him. He's actually on the other fucking side of the Atlantic. He's in the, I think, London or England, if I'm not
Oi,
mistaken.
mate.
He's somewhere
mate.
over there.
How you? Oh, put another shrimp on the barbie.
I think that's Australia.
Oh, okay. But that's cool. Yeah, dude, I see so many people from your page because, like, I'm not really like, I don't know. I live toy. Like, people always ask me, like, what toy hunter, like, what toy channels do you watch or what toy things do you, and it's like, I'm in it all the time. Like, I'm filming, I'm out there, I'm like editing and posting my videos.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes time for me to watch stuff, I don't want to watch toys. You know, like, I don't like the stuff that I watch. I started watching abandoned dead malls. I watch urban exploring people. Bro, I didn't even know YouTube has a whole community of graffiti videos, and I didn't even think about it. Like, I didn't even think they would, and I started diving down like the graffiti rabbit hole. So it's like, when I do toys all the time, so when it comes to like recreational stuff, like, I don't look at toys. Like, I'm toyed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you do workout stuff. Do you follow other workout people and like see what they're doing?
Not necessarily like to work out and stuff, but I'll follow like bodybuilding and fitness news channels just to see what's up and, you know, keep up to date. But in terms of like watching like other bodybuilders go through their workout and stuff, which is what a lot of them will do, I'm just like, I have the knowledge, I know what they're doing. It's like, why am I going to waste my time watching?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I always like, I don't know if like it makes sense to people, but yeah, like, I can't imagine myself watching someone else look at the same toys that I was looking at in the store. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get that. You know, I don't toy hunt, so I watch you guys as toy hunters and stuff. And the only time I'll watch a review is if it's a figure that I myself is on the fence about, that maybe I don't want to invest my own money into. Maybe I want to see, you know, how it is. Or if somebody got the toy that I pre-ordered early and I want to make sure that it's going to be a good figure and I don't have
when you're
to
hype about
return it.
Right? You're hype about a figure. Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't follow anybody, but I'll look up, like, when I need a video, I just look it up. So it's like, I don't like follow a toy hunter or not, because a toy reviewer, because you never know what they're gonna post. Like, it's not what I just looked at. Some guy, like, I was looking up a new Pokemon figure came out, and some guy got it early, so I looked it up and I watched his video, and then I didn't look at his channel. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like I used it for the thing. That's why it's like, some of your videos probably have a lot of people because someone was just looking up that figure, and then they don't stick around, you know?
No, yeah, and if you look at like your YouTube analytics, it'll tell you like how many were actually followers and which ones weren't, and you'll see them.
Most views are from random people, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, but it is what it is, you know? Like you said, you don't know the algorithm. It's just going to do what it wants to do.
Yeah. Bro, I get people that follow me and they never get notifications. Like, what's the point of following me? Like, what if I follow people, I want to see their stuff. It's the same with Instagram. It's like, you follow people and then they show you what they want to show you. It's like, no, show me the people that I clicked follow on.
Exactly. It's like, that's the whole reason
a button.
Exactly. Just have just have a For You page like TikTok, just random stuff, random profiles.
And that's all I look at. My Instagram For You page. That's all I ever look at. It's got like, it knows all the stuff you want to see. You just scroll on it when you're on the John, and that's it. You know, I feel bad because I never see the people I follow's posts unless they post about it in their story. I'll watch the stories for a little while.
Yeah, I learned that a long time ago that like if you want something to be seen as like a post, you have to put it in your stories as well because that'll pop up at people's top of their feed and stuff. So if they didn't see your original post, they'll click on that and then they can see that you posted and stuff. So that helps definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel like people will click on those a lot easier and stuff. Like you said, they'll just click through them real quick, and so they can do that a lot easier than scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Instagram changed. Instagram used to want quality. Now I don't even know what it wants.
I can't even say quantity.
Putting
it's
a
just,
lot of
you don't
effort
even know.
into. Yeah, like that's why I don't really do toy photography anymore because it's like, it's not even worth it to put it on Instagram. Like I feel like it's a waste of time. Like as a platform.
No, yeah, I totally get that. I mean, some of the stuff I do, I put a lot of work and effort into, and it's like it gets 15 likes, 20 likes, which I'm grateful for. Don't get me wrong. That's 15, 20 people that would have never seen my product or my photo had it not been for this platform. But then you see like some people that have thousands of followers getting thousands of likes, and it's like that must be a nice feeling, you know? It's like,
well, I don't even care about the likes. It's like I feel like people don't get to see it. That's when you post something. I just want people to see it. I don't. You know, the likes don't matter to me, you know, but because again, you never know what that is, right? Like the likes, like just because you posted something and it got likes, it doesn't mean it's necessarily good. And just because you posted something and it didn't get likes, it doesn't mean it's not necessary. And, you know, normally I wouldn't say anything, but it's like some people I speak to and it's like their whole life is numbers. Like people only care about numbers for themselves. And it's like you're limiting yourself so much. You know?
No, yeah, exactly. Kind of like going back to the YouTube videos. Sometimes they'll do really bad originally, and then they'll blow up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, I find that just keeping to a schedule, staying consistent, and doing it constantly, you're better off than, like you said, looking back at the numbers, worrying, okay, this one didn't do any that well. Should I even post tomorrow? No, post tomorrow. Maybe that's the video that's going to blow up.
Post 7 times a day.
That's a lot of content, man.
Right? Who knows? I want to start live streaming every day again. I think I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, for a while you were doing that like every day.
Yeah, just
like 2-3 hours.
Just going to talk to people. I'll start at like an hour. See if I could do it. Say hello to people.
I'm sure you can, man. I'm sure it's like riding a bike. I'm sure you'll get into it. Next thing you know, it'll be 2 hours, 3 hours. You're going to be like, oh, I said I was only going to be here for an hour.
Let's do 24 hours. Let's do it.
I'm sure if anybody can do it, man, I'm sure it's you.
That'd be fun. I'm always down. I'm down for the challenge. One day we'll do a 24-hour stream for sure.
You shouldn't just have like rotating guests and stuff.
Yeah. Like, oh, who's going to pop in? You never know. You know, like
exactly.
Someone's like, all right, I got to go to work. I'm coming back. Oh, you're still on? What are you up to?
Exactly, man. But talking about toy photography real quick, have you heard about the Toy Photography Con?
No.
No, you haven't? Okay, so I'm sure you know who Sir Dork is, Jared.
Yeah.
So he's actually putting on a Toy Photography Con in your area, I believe in New York, New Jersey area.
Really?
Yeah, you should definitely look into it. He's looking for vendors and stuff, and so you can probably go and promote your stuff, promote Goose Bobble and stuff. Yeah, it's all dedicated to just toy photography. It's called Toys in Action. If you look them up on Instagram, I believe it's called Toys in Action. And yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll look into that. That's fun.
Yeah, because
I gotta get out of the house.
That'd be a good place for you.
That'd be
a good place for you.
Yeah, I'm down. That'll be fun. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making the trip out there to see it.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
But yeah, I thought that'd be interesting for you because, like you said, you're trying, to push Goose Bobble even more, and I feel like that'd be a great place for you to, reach out to a lot more.
Yeah, setups with like big. I want to have like a big giant poster flyer, like a banner with a huge goose fob and just give out trading cards and stickers to people. Yeah, buy my merch. Buy my merch. Buy my merch. Link down below. My Teespring. Check out the merch. Are you wearing a PewDiePie shirt?
Me? No, it's a Maui Powerhouse Gym shirt.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, I give myself 5 years and I'll be living out there. I'm done with California.
Oh, yeah. Where's Maui?
Hawaii, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not
I
that
love it
smart.
out there.
So Joe always, Joe's always surprised at how much I don't know.
It's
But,
all good, man.
yeah, California's, from what I hear, it's not good.
It's not anymore. It's not. You're paying millions of dollars for a home to live across the street from a bunch of hobos.
Dude, we're getting kind of priced out in Jersey, man. I had to leave New York. I couldn't, I grew up in New York, and I had to move out here, and we moved into some, like, rinky-dink neighborhood, and the taxes are going up so much. It's like, I don't even know what's going on. So they're pricing us out everywhere, and it's like, where are we going to live? I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. It's just, craziness of the world and everything. I mean, hopefully it'll level out at some point. Kind of like you said, everything has to reset at some point, right?
Hopefully. I always say, like, I did a recent toy hunt where it's like I could tell at the flea market, like, people are very scared. Like, we're in a time where everyone's acting out of fear, right? And uncertainty, right? And that's never good, because it's like, like, watch Batman Begins, right? And it's just scary, dude. It's just scary because I don't know. You want to believe that the good guys always win at the end, but who knows, man? Who knows? You got to just stay positive.
No. Yeah, I don't know about you, but gas is about $8 a gallon in LA.
It's like $5. It's almost $5 here, which is it
That
never
sounds
was
nice.
like that in Jersey. In New York, it gets crazy. But in Jersey, it never was this much. We used to, people, when prices were up with Obama, people would come to Jersey to fill up their tank. I remember doing that a million times. But now it's like, we're almost $5 here. That's crazy. Yeah, like today, I just walked everywhere. I had to pick up cheese. I walked to the store. I walk places now. Try not to use the car. That's it.
Point. Yeah.
That's it. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. So that pretty much wraps it up on my end, man. I don't really have anything else I wanted to cover.
Let's
talk about System Island. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's end it on a System Island Up promo, because we can't leave it on the world's ending in sadness. Listen, while the world's ending, we could still do fun stuff, and we could still support people and buy fun things. If you're just watching this right now, my name is Rocco the Great. I'm the creator of Goose Faba and System Island. He's a character that I created back in 2003. I have an action figure. He has multiple waves. And I also have another action figure, Fat Cap Joe. And this guy is going to be released for sale June 3rd, next Friday, on my live stream, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time at Rocco the Great on YouTube. He drops at 7. So we'll basically do an hour of promotion. And you're invited. If you're around on that Friday, if you want to hang out, it'll be like a party stream. So
sounds good, man.
Yeah, you're always fun on there. And so Fat Cap Joe is going to be, I'm going to promo him hard. So I have 2 weeks, and I encourage anybody who's here, if you see me post, share my post. It's, we need to support, if you want people to change, right? You don't want to just support Marvel and DC. It's up to us to promote each other's stuff. So if you ever see one of my posts, just share it, tell a friend, support, buy something. I'm going to be having a lot of things for sale. So my Goose Faba Fat Cap Joe, if you can't, afford it, I know it's hard times for people, just support it. Just, just share it out. Just be interested in it. That's all. Very cool.
You have a question real quick. It's a first come, first serve or bid war?
So, yes. So normally my drops are first come, first serve. But I thought about, we did do an item. I sold, I made it in System Island. They're called high cycles, and it's like a bike. Oh, here's one. So there's like, it's basically like, like a hover cycle. But in System Island, they're called high cycles. And I sold my first one ever, because these take a lot of like time and effort. These are like handmade by me. I sold one recently, and people were like, enough people wanted it that they said you should do it in a bidding. So for like one-off items, we will do bidding style. And I have the Wave 1 Fat Cap Joe that I might, this is gone. So if you didn't get the Wave 1, you're gone. This was my personal one. I might put this up as an auction the same day as the Wave 2 comes out. So if someone missed out, they're just jumping in late. Because, every toy line, someone's jumping into it late. Like, you're jumping into Mezco. You got to play catch up. So
Oh yeah.
maybe a second chance at a Fat Cap Joe of the first wave will pop up when these sell out. So when these sell out, maybe we'll pop that up and just to shake it up and do something fun. But System Island, just be interested in my stuff. That's all I ask. Support it if you can. Buy it if you can. And I also have merch on my Teespring. The links are all on my site. And if you're just watching this, give me a follow, because my Instagram got deleted 3 times this year alone. So every little bit helps. Just interest and attention to my characters is all I'm looking for right now. So, dude, thank you so much for having me on. You are a pleasure. Me and you could talk for hours, and we do. And you're invited on when we do the party stream. And anytime I do a party stream, if you pop up in the chat, just make yourself known. I'll send you a link.
Sounds good, man. No, thank you once again for coming on at very last minute, man. I messaged you late last night and you responded, so I really do appreciate you taking time every day, last minute, to come on and talk System Island, talk Mezco, talk just a great conversation as always. Like you said, we can talk for hours, but I do have to get going and get going. So
go see freaking John Wick, bro. Go do it. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for your time and your platform. I appreciate talking to you, as you know, always.
All right, man. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good promotion for Fat Cap Joe. Keep pushing that out, and I'll keep sharing it. I'll definitely include it during my podcast toy news section this week, so that way you get a little more promotion.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, bye. We just hit it on this thing. Yeah. I never know what this shit. Yeah. X, right?
Yep, should be that.
Boomers.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of Coffee and Toys Live. Thank you so much once again to Rocco for coming on last minute. Like I said, I got these tickets to see John Wick Chapter 4 a preview. So my original guest, Go Figure Go, couldn't make it on earlier because he was at work. So I quickly adapted, and thankfully Rocco came on, and shout out to him once again. And if you haven't already, check out his page. Go leave him a follow. And check out Goose Faba, Fat Cat Joe, and all of System Island. It's a great whole universe that he's building around basically just original content that he himself has created. I don't know why I'm just telling you everything he said better, but if you happen to miss this live stream, you'll catch the replay. It'll be up right now, and I'll also post this at the end of my podcast this week. So you'll have all the information. Like he said, June 3rd or 2nd, next Friday, he'll be releasing Fat Cap Joe. So stay tuned for all the great marketing he'll be doing for that. But yeah, guys, join me next week for episode 18 of Coffee and Toys. I can't remember who the guest will be next week, but I'll announce that and put it up on my story and stuff once I have the time. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, please give me a follow here on Instagram at CoolFigurez. I also have a more dedicated toy photography page called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Let me a follow there as well if you like what you see there. If you guys enjoy unboxings, check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And also check me out over on YouTube at CoolFigurez for toy reviews, toy photography, and of course, Coffee and Toys, the podcast. So with that being said, guys, I've been your host, Jesse the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector. And as always, have a great fucking day.
Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do also have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys like unboxings, check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all of my unboxings. And check me out every Sunday for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, weekly toy haul, and so much more. And join me every Wednesday over on Instagram for Coffee and Toys Live, where I will speak to a new guest every week about toys, toy hunting, toy photography, and so much more. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it.